Hello, it's been approximately 48 hours. How y'all doing? It's Labor Day. But, you know, we gotta get back on that grind. And by we, I mean me. A day before the actual grind begins again. And so on and so on. Ad nauseum. Until the heat death of the universe. I'm in different clothes than you probably remember me. We're going to be doing white magey stuff as a prerequisite for our adventures in Summoner Land. I don't know, dude. What kind of spells do you need for white mage? Last time I played white mage was what, like 5 months ago? Something like that. Kira's definitely it. Kira's definitely way up there for sure. Kira 3. Put that little guy in there. Cure 2. Cure, just in case somebody falls asleep. That sounds good to me. Ma cure. STPT. And we have our Dia set up already. Maybe a bar spell or two. Specifically for Quilpham Island, Bar Watera is probably going to be desired. I would imagine. At the top right of my macro sets, I always put something that lets me target whatever the enemy is offhand. If I include the command STNPC in whatever negative or damaging or debuffy type spell that I have, it will automatically circulate through anything that is not a player character. So I don't know if it's really necessary for me to include that here, but just for the sake of consistency, I will do that. White Mage BT. Not item. I don't know why I'm typing that. Target / BT. Hello, Hero Chan. Is your Monday just the best ever? Because mine is now that you're here. Aww. Fucking guys. If that don't slap a smile on your face quasi instantaneously, I don't know what will. Do I need to include things like bind and slow and whatnot? I really should. I should do that. Region is another big one. Region. Ma. Region. STPT. It's another big one. How about we work through the ones that... we work through the ones that I took a little snip of. BT if engaged and ST/NPC for sleeps or non-target. That's a good point. That's a good frame of reference. Because I want to make sure that I'm not targeting the right thing, because if we're getting hit with multiple things at once, I don't want to accidentally Dia the thing that's sleeping. Let's create a little alcove of Na spells. Nope, wrong place. Poisona / MA. Poisona. STPT. Then Paralina. Ma. Paralina. STPT. Blind Na. Ma. Blind Na. SCPT. And Selena. Selena Gomez gets to participate in our double-decade-old MMORPG experience. How lucky for us. SDPT. I don't need to put anything on Banish. I think I'm not going to RP as a cleric. Just a normal white mage is sufficient for me. let's throw on... I get both Protector, right? Protector Shelra, I do. I need to have that on here. Ma Pro... Nope, I don't know why I would keep typing it there. Protectra. P. Gather together. Protectra. Ma Protectra. Me. And then we'll just copy that because I am just lazy enough. Even though it requires me updating a lot of this shit anyway. Shelra. And Shelra. What's the thing that meat people do on Labor Day typically? Do we do barbecue? I don't really know what this day is for. I thought that it was like a Judeo-Christian thing, and apparently it's not, because the Mennonite country store that's near me does not partake in that. They were hella open. And if that's the case, they are probably Omega super open on Saturdays. Lissa is at a barbecue at her folks. Is she gonna bring me back any? One can only hope. Let's take another glancy poo at our business here. Snip tool, new snip. And then once we get this sorted, we'll flag up. Probably no Xenosaga right now, just because I want to get into the action as quickly as possible. I want to slam out my ring. And then if there's enough time, we will try to get a couple of summons. I already have Titan because I happen to be helping somebody out with Titan at one point or another. Let's see here. Let's go for some others here. Paralyze is a big one. Ma, Paralyze, ST, NPC. I've got to have more than that. Let's do a quick Sortassi on our spell list here and see if that helps us. It does not. The shit looks exactly the same. Okay. Hello? Hello? Do you have to unlock Summoner to get the summons, or can you get them preemptively? You do not have to be a Summoner in order to get them. Let me rephrase, because I'm half correct when I say that. In order for you to get the summons as a non-summoner or even have it unlocked, you need to have enough fame in order to do the prime fights, which just is like a 6-person fight throwdown with the summons themselves. And then after you beat it, you get a choice of a few different things. The game is an asshole, and so it doesn't exactly tell you that there's a 4th option. The first option is like, do you want a key item that you have no frame of reference what it's for? The second option is, do you want a special item that is hyper specifically semi-useful only on very specific days? Like Garuda has like a wand that might give you like +10 evasion or some shit. I don't know if that's actually what she has, but this is as an example. But only on Wednesdays. And it also like reduces your whatever the wind element is weak to. It reduces that corresponding opposing element. ST NPC. What else? I'm missing things. I don't know what. Barwatera. Barwatra. Ma. Barwatera. Me. And let's keep going down the list, baby. Slow, paralyzed, blah, blah, blah. Blind. Bind is another one. Slow. Blind. Ma. Blind. ST NPC. Do I have elemental seal? I do not. Hey, Omega, how you doing? You probably would have told me about it if you had it already, but did you get your key yet? The Ugg boot key? The Tonberry are very stingy about giving up their Ugg boots, so it makes sense to me. Do I really need anything else? I'll put this on my bar just so I don't forget it exists, because I will if I don't. Raise me. Okay. I think that just about covers it. I don't get Cure 4 until what, like 40 something? Let's take a glance. A big old gander. LFAC 11 Classic. Let's see, dude. Show me potato salad. 41. I was right. I was so right, baby. Oh my god. Oh my god. To fully answer your question, Hero, you need to be level... I forget exactly what level you need to be, but you do need to be a summoner if you're going to fight the avatars one-on-one in what is referred to as a mini fork fight, where you flag up the quest. I don't know if it's the same guy or a different one, but he gives you a mini tuning fork, and you use that as a pseudo warp item to be sent directly to the crystal, and then you fight level 20. Do you have to be level 20, or is it recommended minimum level 20? I think you're right. I think it has to be level 20. Yeah, but you know. So you go there, you fight them one-on-one, you clap their cheeks over and over, and then yeah, you get them as your avatar. I would prefer to just do the avatar fights anyway, because for one, it doesn't require that I be level 20 summoner in order to do the mini fork fights. I would rather have, just for kicks, shits, and giggles, all summons available to me right from the get-go. I don't want to be a summoner that bad. It is an assholey process. It is, for sure. Nothing about, I mean, this is my incredibly humble opinion, nothing about gathering all the requisites for making summoner work is pleasant. You just getting the Carbuncle's Ruby is like a fucking 3 to 4% drop. And so you could either fight 4 leeches, or you could fight like 300. You know? And that's not even withstanding the modicum amount of increase you may or may not get from having Treasure Hunter on the team. And then it's not even over. You grab the Carbuncle's Ruby, you go to a nondescript point in Lethine Plateau, you shove it into a question mark symbol, Carbuncle pops out and is like, yay, if ye of import want to like summon avatars or some shit, make sure you go and collect all the colors of the world, which means you have to go to an area, like 6, 7 areas. I forget what it is, because like light and dark doesn't count as an element. I think it's 6. You collect 6 elements, so you enter a zone with fire weather, you get the fire color, the red color. Orange is like sunny, which you can go to anywhere for, but you get the point. It has to be windy and gusty in order to get the green element, and so on and so forth. And then you have Carbuncle. You unlock Summoner from traveling all over the world and look, just playing. It's like praying that there's going to be somebody in chat saying, "Hey, there's fire weather in fucking Yatunga." Then you do a little waltz out there, and then realize that it must have ended like 0.1 seconds before you actually arrived. He does says go taste the rainbow. It was a different time before Skittles had that lockdown. When you win, they even give you a warp scroll. It's just like, and then you don't even you just get Carbuncle, man. And people have expectations. They do. even though it is Era Plus, there is a certain baseline expectation for what summoners should have, namely like Leviathan for Springwater, which is like an AoE refresh plus I think regen or something, some shit, but people just use it primarily for refresh. And Garuda for Hastega. And maybe once in a while, if they're feeling frisky, like the blink armor. Not too many people have Fenrir because it requires collecting, I think, the 7 different key items that I mentioned before from the different avatar fights, and that comes at the exception of being able to get the avatar themselves, by the way. So if you want the avatar and this key item, you need to you need to fight the avatars twice. We're probably gonna have to make our own party. I'll be honest with you. We're probably gonna have to do it. See all 20 to 25 inv. There's a few different individuals that are looking. Main tank X. The moment that I become level 20 is the day that I become a full-on DD. Never expect a warrior to DD ever again. It just ain't happening. Fucking, this is so stupid. I'm sorry. It just is, man. Who said that you were a DD now? Who reached out to you at level 20 and was like, hey, just so you know, that whole warrior tank thing was just a big old oopsie doodles on the Court of Public Opinion's part. You could just do whatever you want, man. You could just live your life, dude. You know, you don't ever have to have the responsibility of getting hit in the face repeatedly. And he's a freaking Galka. Okay. So I'm not saying that Galkas are born to get hit in the face, but I ain't not saying that either. I think I just said a triple negative, but you get my drift. STPT. I guess in the meantime we just search for a camp and wait for a alleged tank to appear. I mean, there were ninjas down there, so I don't know, maybe it just kind of set me off way more than it should have that the one warrior was there. I don't know why. It just doesn't rub me the right way. When like I can see it. Okay, there is a reasoning for not wanting to be available to tank as a warrior. But it doesn't gel with me. Yes, please invite me. Take me out of this. What level? Hopefully they read my search comment that said, please, for the love of God, nothing under 20. Show me potato salad. What is it? People who think warrior are in tanks are the same people who think summoner is a main healer. That's what I'm saying. Daddy Square Enix, Squeenix, put enmity on your artifact armor. You think they just did that for shits? You think he just did that to be funny? Spoiler alert, hell nah. He did it because he believed in the you that believes in yourself. Oh man. It's not like once you start to get really up there, then I could see it more. I could see people being like, I'm no longer capable of tanking reasonably compared to the other options that are out there. Like Paladin has a bunch of defensive options and is able to heal themselves, and has auto refresh, and has an MP sustain tool in the form of a club. when ninjas are just like, you can't kill me if I don't get hit, Lamel. And even though it's a rare breed of ninja that actually takes full advantage of their elemental wheel because it's hella expensive, at least they can do consistent enough damage, or at least a variety of it, to possibly, you know, claw back some hate retention. Warrior ninja, viable tank? Yes. It is. I've done it. I was a change that I wanted to see in the world. I don't know if we're chilling in any particular place, or are we searching for a camp, or do we have one set up? That's how I got Warrior to 37. Yeah. I mean, provoke by itself is a good enough hate tool, in addition to the semi-regular amount of damage that you put out as a warrior, until about 35. Once other people's main tools come online, like they start getting increasingly stronger abilities and weapon skills and equipment and stuff like that, it becomes harder to rely just on provoke. So I do wish that warriors had some kind of mode that they could flip on, like Yonin, I think it was called, that ninjas get in search. I usually like the cliffs for crabs and then pugs. That sounds good to me, brother. Dual wield axe and provoke. What dual wield you do get some pretty good uptime on there. I think with a ability like Yonin and people who are willing to try things out, just to try like era plusy type things, you could also take advantage of the fact that defender, I guess, only works with warriors. Like, do you need to be a warrior in order to take advantage of the increased shield block rate? So like you could tell that their thinking was pretty close to being in the right place. It was odd to me that they took away the ability to have the shield block rate increase associated with Paladin, but you know, Paladin's already overtly fucking strong from 1 to 63 and then from 68 to 75. If you're wondering why there's a gap, it's a little thing called Sky, where people, you know, just kind of like lose themselves and doing as much damage as quickly as possible to little defenseless birds that are just chilling in their floating island. They don't know what's going on. Is a beast burn here? Red mage. I happened to be running by. Does this individual need a raise? Ow, what the fuck? Oh, it's called for help. That's what it is. I have raise, right? I have to have raise. There's no universe where I don't have raise. I've tanked out Dragoon. That people can easily tank on warrior. People get this frame of mind that they're no longer capable of doing something the moment that they have the impression that a certain meta is established. There's not always going to be a dream situation where you're going to have a perfect Goldilocks soup of job combinations and levels. And while Eden had, sorry, Freudian slip, while Horizon has a stable and healthy enough population in general to be able to weather people like that choose to be like that just only will accept like certain conditions in their highly cooperative, massively multiplayer online RPG. You know, it doesn't. It certainly doesn't help. Oh man, let's talk about my setup. I have how many orange juices? I have 35 orange juice which combo well with the dream pants that I'm wearing, which is from the Christmas event. The whole Christmas event that ran from, what was it, like the 16th through mid-January, late January. It ran for like a full month after the point where it was supposed to stop. Turtle mode, engage. And I have, like, it makes it sound like it's impossible to find people that aren't willing to take reasonable steps in order to make a party that otherwise would not have happened happen. I've met a couple of warriors that are totally cool with being asked to tank when you explain to them, I know that most people don't like to tank on warrior after like level 25, but we have a full party ready to go. We just need somebody that's willing to get hit in the face, and the thief can SATA off of you. Is that something you'd be interested in? And so far I'm like 50-50 for the people that are like, yeah, sure, whatever. All I care about is getting some experience before I go to bed. They do exist. I hope they do that again. I didn't play back then, sadly. I think they absolutely will. I think that if Horizon was going to be cease and desisted, it would have been already. I'm very sure of that. I think it's also put a bad taste in SE's mouth when they were trying to get I think they were working with Nexon or something, trying to get a mobile adaptation of Final Fantasy XI off the ground. And that didn't pan out because Square Enix, of all people, was like, we don't like the direction that you're trying to take with the franchise. Which, if Square Enix doesn't agree with your business decisions, you know something is fucked up. Because these are the same MFs that greenlit, what is it, like biosymbiosis, symbiosis, something like that. The rug pull that was what seemed to be a Parasite Eve sequel, or at least spiritual successor. And then they're like, yeah, there's over 10,000 characters. And you're like, oh no, please stop. There's over 10,000 characters, and they're completely yours. Every single one of them is actually unique, and you get a little receipt with a number on it that proves that they're unique to you, even though you don't own the character. You don't own the character, or what they look like, or what they might sound like, or what they're capable of, or any iota of the intellectual property that they're associated with. But you own a fancy number that points to this character, that says, not that you own the character, but that you own the number that references this character. It sounds a lot like NFTs. That's literally what I'm explaining. Yeah, that's what. And as far as I know, they're still working on it. Poor bastards. Somebody drew a short straw for sure. They were like, it's only 85% microtransactions. We were expecting closer to 99. Yeah, they didn't go far enough. I'm glad that whole business really, I know people are still trying. I know that video game companies are still trying, and if they can get away with it, they're probably just playing the long game, where they're hoping that people are going to forget that what was almost done to them, like as an ongoing long-term thing. They're waiting for people to forget about NFTs and things similar to NFTs before trying it again, just in a different way. Bring it back. Give me some of that Ubisoft quartz. like NFT gems. And like the fucking helmet that they tried to sell that had like a unique ID on the helmet. Like just stop, bro. Like there's already about 8 billion different ways that you can milk your customer base, you know. I know that the line constantly has to go up, but please. I guess this is where we're partying. That's fine. Sounds hunky-dory to me. Yeah, but going back to what I was saying in the beginning, I don't think that Horizon is ever going to be cease and desisted at all. I think it might get like, I don't even know how this would be possible, but it might get like DDoS or something at some point. But like if I don't know, if Ninja starts streaming the game again, then there's going to be, you know, that one guy that knows too much about coding and has too much time on their hands. They'll just get down and funky with their computer code that tries to like log in like 800,000 times. I don't know. Maybe the precaution that they took that gave you the 30 spaces in your Mog satchel can prevent things like that. I'm just a simple meme connoisseur. I don't know nothing about any of that. That's for true. You probably already noticed it, or maybe you didn't, but at the top left of your fun screen, there is a new chat box that is, in my opinion, a little bit better than the bespoke black transparent box with the just default Twitch chat readout kind of playing on top of it. Thematically, I think it matches me more closely. I've been wanting to add more science fiction-y tactical HUD elements to the streams, but I got to be careful that I don't return to a position that I recently escaped from, where all I'm doing is just adding so much visual noise to the screen in general that it basically forces like whatever it is that you're watching to get obscured. Because we have a good equilibrium right now. I think that the most offensive thing, I guess for lack of a better way of putting it, is the follower and subscriber goals at the very top of the screen. But it's supposed to draw your attention to it. Because, you know, I gotta hype you up. And, you know, when you get hyped up, there is a chance that you will feel compelled beyond all reason to insert your credit card into the Twitch database and then gift like 1,000 subs. And that way I could take the money that I get from that and give it to the government for my student loans and and pay those off in, what was it? What was the number that they gave me? Something north of like 10 years. Oh yeah, no, that's how that works. Omega, do not gift $1 million. I will be mad. Or something adjacent to mad. I don't really feel the emotion of anger anymore, but you know. I'm just waiting for the time where Amazon buys out the government, and then there doesn't have to be like that middleman anymore. I could just pay Amazon for my student loans. Isn't there something like that? Isn't there like an Amazon University? Maybe I should look that up. I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm just curious. You understand? Are we all here? It looks like we are. But I can't do anything until these individuals level sync. I don't know if we're level syncing or not. I'm hoping that we're level syncing because I'm 25 and the next closest person is 22. You can charge ring at guard, I believe. If same nation. All right, they're gonna go get their ring done. Why wouldn't you level sync? I don't know. This is one of those situations where it's like, and by one of those situations, I mean any situation in which I allow myself to be collected by another group instead of forming my own. I don't know what to expect. And there's got to be a honeymoon period. Perhaps as much, if not more egregious than the parties that we're used to. But you know,
adversity can foster hope and resilience.
So true, Darkest Dungeon narrator. Thank you for cutting in. Skeletroth is the combat leader. I will acquiesce to his requests, and I will do my darndest to keep the party alive. That's all I can promise you. Thank you, Hero, for donating to the Lore Stream Challenge, where we can finally, as a community, figure out what the fuck my deal is. Why do be he being all like that and all? Okay, now we're good. So I'm gonna protect her now. Ooh, 50% complete. Let's go. Hello, Felicity. And then re-raise me. I cannot re-raise. It's not available to me at this juncture. Okay. Mushroom stew. I do not have an MP thing, MP option. I would like to change that. MP regen. Item. Orange juice. Me. Oh, we're doing all right. They did cast bio on it, and I'm glad that Dia overrode bio. It's not like the worst thing in the world to have bio on them. It's just considered less effective to have bio on the enemy as opposed to Dia. And the reason why is because Dia lowers defense, bio lowers attack power. So like the consideration is that, oh boy, that was 70 XP. That's kind of booty. Let's equip our chariot ring. Chariot band. Don't mind me. Where's my band? There it is. Apply bar water. And Dia. Dia these nuts. Oh man, I see that the black mage is perfectly content to debuff, which is great for me. It does die faster with Dia for sure. And so I didn't finish my thought before because I was rapidly trying to claw back any and all information my body was willing, or my brain was willing to give me as to what it was that I'm supposed to be doing, because I'm not tanking and I'm not Sadaing. So what is my purpose? It's to pass butter. The reason why people prefer Dia over bio is because Dia lowers defense and bio lowers attack. You don't need to care about bio reducing attack power because it's only harming one person, whereas you have possibly upwards of 3 people hitting the monster with a sharp end of something at the top of their stick. So you're taking advantage of the Dia 3 times more often if you want to think about it that way. Like if you were soloing something and you for whatever reason had black mage, like if you wanted to like warp or whatever, then you know you use every part of the buffalo. Sometimes you gotta crack an omelet to make an egg. But it's not preferred. It is dispreferred. I knew today that I was gonna get some crabs. I don't know why.
Ambushed by foul invention.
These guys sure are feeling crabby. That's one way to get me out of my shell. I do enjoy maging, if only because it is a very relaxed, generally speaking, mood. It is a mood, as the cool kids say in their street vernacular. Because you just sit back and you don't have to worry about dying all that often unless you really need to. I don't know. Let's say that you're playing like a hardcore character and your back is to the wall, and it's the difference between multiple people dying and the party wiping versus you, and you squeaks back. You clench out a win, and then you pog, and then everybody on the plane stands up and claps. I gotta remember that regen is a thing that exists. Thank you, Ursula. I greatly appreciate your contribution. I hope that your day is as wonderful as you are, if such a thing is even possible. The sun only wishes that it could capture 1/10 of your radiance. Okay, I'm capping out on smoothness. I need to pull it back a little bit. Sometimes I just can't help myself. I just let my brain go there. All right, we need a bar water again. So that I can possibly reduce like 1 to 3 damage when it does its aqua ball. When it whips its aqua ball out. I took lots of naps. You're the smoothest. 100. Big spoon or little spoon? I'm going to judge you on your answer. As in, like, receiving? Or, like, what position I prefer to be in? If it's a position that I would prefer to be in, big spoon, probably 1,000%. Sometimes, if I'm feeling particularly frisky, and if it's a Tuesday, I will little spoon. Why Tuesday specifically? I don't know. Find out in the lore stream. Classic Quiffin party. The warrior is disconnecting, who is also the party leader. So, should be, yeah. Skell is DCing. I do know that anytime that you can, you're going to reasonably want to take advantage of regen. If it's a job that you don't expect to get hit often or very hard, having them passively gain an assload of HP in the background is best. Black Mage is content to spend... Level sync will be deactivated in 30 seconds. The party leader has removed synchronization, or the level sync designee has left the party. F. Preferred, yes. Unfollowed. What did you expect? You should have told me. You should have told me what you wanted to hear. I'm not gonna lie to you. If anything, you should have more respect for me because I didn't lie to you. Is the thing. I need my messages to update, please. How else can I participate in trolling? I don't know how often you posted before that, but I can hear you now. My sweet wife. Streamer said the word wrong. NRP reaches out and pets you directly on the face. Open palm. There. Oh, man. Oh, it's gonna be a party. Oh, I can feel it. Oh. Is there... Okay, so there's a big spoon and a little spoon, right? What about a middle spoon? Which I guess would be a sandwich. You know, what if and if that's the case, if a middle, just roll with me here. I'm cooking right now. If you can have a middle spoon, what can you have a human spoon-to-pede? You know, like that one string of completely awful horror movies, except instead of people connected booty to mouth, it's just cuter. It's like a cute thing instead of a horrible, disgusting thing. Can somebody get on that? Can Hollywood get on that? Human spoon-to-pede? I mean, it could be like a romantic comedy or something. Or like a romantic horror comedy. Nobody's done that before. I'll be the middle spoon. I'll tell you what, you discuss it with the first wife, and then we will come to an arrangement. We pulled a skeleton. Why? I would like to know why this is the case. I mean, I don't think they're that much worse. But they do be being a dick and all. Maybe just to get rid of it? I don't know. I don't know why they pulled that. I think we're just grabbing things while waiting for the party leader, whom's created the party to begin with, to come back online. Otherwise, it'd be stinky. As the song says, it's not gay when it's in a three-way. I mean, it's all just meat slapping together, right? Like if you take like a third-person perspective on it, like a vastly overhead, borderline galaxy type view of it, it's just meat. You know? Just clapping away like crazy. Just, you know. Like you take like a ham, piece of ham, right? Visualize this. Piece of ham and like a piece of turkey, and then you just kind of slap them together repeatedly until any number of fluids kind of happen on their own, and then you go get coffee. I think that's what people do after they do the do the business. How romantic. I'm extremely romantic, I'll have you know. I've lit a candle for not explicitly romantic reasons, but I did light one. Apparently we're trying to forego without the party leader. I don't know, maybe their own party did not live up to their own standards and they just forced DC'd. And they were like, instead of getting people like the modicum amount, there they are. I believed. Skills back. I had faith. He doesn't dig the big spoon. I'm down for some middle spoonage. I mean, we practically snuggle on the couch, so she must be cool. Accurate. How romantic. You just described sex with your wife with lunch meat. I'm not saying that on this day, the 4th of September 2023, I consider intercourse with my wife unit to be equivalent to slapping lunch meat together. I didn't say that. You said that. I'm just saying is that corporate wants you to tell me the difference between these two pictures. Okay? Why, Mage, are you paying penance for all your sins committed on healers during your time as a thief? I mean, not necessarily, not explicitly, but, you know, I can factor that into the reasoning for sure. We're on White Mage as a pre-prep to get it to 37 in order to Summoner main heal, because it's Era Plus. Gonna Era Plus is loving shit out of this bit. ain't not Vanadil ain't ready for the amount of summoner main healing that this is gonna spurn. This is gonna create. It's gonna be like a kaleidoscopic amount of like a massive catastrophic shift to in the meta once I start summoner main healing. Lunch BB slapping. Thank you for clipping that. Believe me, he describes sex and sexual experience like two meatbags coming together quite often. This is nothing new to me. No, it doesn't. It doesn't get me going. I mean, you know, my philosophy has a lot of different benefits to it, for sure. I would say that one of them is probably making me articulate in a way that is dispreferred in a romantic sense. I understand that. I respect that. But for one, it's because it's funny to me. And I'm willing to cause gratuitous harm to my chances of having relations if it's funny. Or even if I get hurt, or really any reason at all. If I'm able to look at myself as like a tragic comedy, it does it for me. Everybody has their own kink. Don't kink shame me. It gets me off to describe copulation as going to the store and grabbing like a container of Hillshire Farms and then slamming that on top of, you know, some cutlets. Oh man. Can you trade an XP ring to the guard over there? It has to be a gate guard in town. You can. I did it. Ye okay? We're never gonna fight anything for more than 2 seconds, are we? Somebody's gonna disconnect in the next 2 minutes. My kink is kink shaming. So true. Hello, Tahu. First time chatter. May your pogs blot out the sun. Do you think Epictetus described coitus in the same way? If anything, he was even worse. Like they had conversations about that because it's a perfectly natural part of the human condition to, you know, get down to Funky Town, as they say in the ancient texts. They're even worse than I am. Okay, so at least I put a little sauce on it. You know, I'm sure we can all we can all agree on that. That I put a little sauce on it. Not a ton of sauce, but just like a little sauce. I'm gonna adjust my audio levels just a little bit here while the warrior dies. Advanced audio properties. Mic and auxiliary. 17%. Okay. That should be sufficient, I think. Or is that even louder? Is that even louder than it was before? I don't know how any of this shit works. Mic aux. Can I do like 15.5%? Why is that not an option? I want my money back for my open source program. You ever think about how to best optimize coitus? Yes. This guy gets it. He's very close to getting VIP'd. Pardon me while I take a swig of my peppermint mocha creamer coffee. And pray that it doesn't break me. It doesn't break me. Let's go.
Annihilated.
Did you wake up from your naps? Did you wake up from your naps, my sweet little baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got a big old beauty sleep, right? She doesn't even need her beauty sleep because she's just so cute. She's just a little cutie patoot, isn't that right?
Yeah.
You want kisses? You want kisses on your tokus? Or on your paws, or anywhere else for that matter?
Hello, Boston. At least it was turkey and ham instead of mystery meat. It's the meat talking what really drew you to stoicism that should be canonized. I'm not. I mean, it was a point of concern for sure, but it wasn't the main through line. No, I'm not gonna heal the. I'm not gonna heal the Black Mage. Black Mage can get HP on their own. Let me tell you that drinking orange juice in-game is not worth it if you do not have the Dream Pants. The Dream Pants give you like a whole extra 10 MP. So it extends it artificially from 60 seconds of one tick, or 60 seconds of 1 MP per tick to 90? Question mark? Hopefully that random assembly of words made sense. All right, I'm gonna need, please hold. I'm gonna text my significant other. Actually, she's in here. First wife, are you in here? I think you should be. If you're in here, can you assist with your daughter? She's trying to turn on the PlayStation right now. She's trying to turn on the PlayStation. She woke up from her tent that I created for her. So it just turned into the ladies' man. Unironically, I mean, kinda. The thing is that, and this goes for both sexes, okay? This goes for oh my god, what are you doing? She's gone off the rails. I need to protect her in my group. I forgot my place. She's like knocking over things now. All people can appreciate when they are interested in whoever they designate to be their romantic interests. Confidence. Right? Confidence is considered, and from what I understand, to be a hallmark of like, or like a barometer for people wanting to get frisky at some point, assuming that everything else gels out. If you appear confident to people with whom you have a romantic interest, that they are...
Hi, everyone.
Oh,
this is
stop,
Wife.
Stop!
Hi.
Stop! God! What's wrong with you? All it cost me was everything. Anyway... No, do not give her advice. She doesn't need advice. Stop. Whose side are you on?
What's the advice? Where's
No, you don't.
The chat
there's
from
no
here?
chat. The chat's gone.
Where's the
chat's
chat?
not over
Where's the
here.
chat? Hang on, I'm gonna read the chat. The tickle, tickle.
You have to.
tickle.
No.
Oh, here goes
Stop, please.
number 2 in the
I'm trying to keep people alive, and you're making it so hard.
I heard you on there, and I was like, I gotta go! And then it
People leveled
ran
up.
to the house.
We live in a society.
I did. You were teasing the dogs. No.
What was I saying? I was saying something about confidence. Yeah, so when you're confident, people become attracted to that. And Stoicism instills confidence in you because your ability to
He's got swagger. Like
to give
Mick
it yeah,
Jagger.
yeah, they also refer to it canonically 2,000 years ago as swagger. So true. But when you're practicing Stoic, you don't like because you're what you value, it's drawn internally instead of being externally, like, you know, doing things for the sake of like PS5s or, you know, for other people to think highly of you or to be popular
I did.
or to get money. This is my fight or flight instinct is like maxed out at the moment. Let me catch up on chat. I'm gonna be running with the primes almost daily if you need any help with summon fights.
You are. Oh.
I might take you up on that for sure.
Wife.
Anything that can get me closer to being fully fledged out. I've got to use the restroom real quick. Don't stop on my account. Be right back. But I might take you up on that. I don't know what all it takes in order to get Fenrir, but I'm gonna have to.
We have fans. We apparently need to start.
You do have fans. No, people in chat do appreciate when I get ambushed. Because they're like, please just make him stop talking for like 2 seconds. It's the worst.
We can give you kisses.
No. Please. War is hell, guys. Congratulations. War is hell. This is true relationship goals, making it so hard for every relationship. There is a hi Pro Stoic 2023, the book of stoicism. So true. When's the wife gonna start streaming? I'd have to get her own computer, and I don't know if it's in the cards right now to buy her about $1,000 worth of equipment. Because if I'm gonna get her to stream, it has to be like I gotta sell it. Like I want to make sure that she has everything that she needs to succeed reasonably. So it's probably not in the cards at this juncture.
That's a wonderful idea, but I'm currently stressing to the max over my master's degree, so until that's done, there will be no streaming for me.
Yeah. She has to like get like an education or another. I mean, she has education. I phrased that wrong. She has to get another master's degree or like a master's degree. So it's like it's not in the cards.
Tortured and
She wants to get one, is
this
getting
man
one.
is more dangerous than he seems.
Thank you so much, Shahu, for following. I greatly appreciate it. It makes a sincerely huge difference.
I 100% agree that college is a joke.
It can be for sure. Was it? I mean, look at it this way. If I did not go to college, I would not probably have discovered stoicism ever. Now, it was becoming familiar with and practicing stoicism in college worth the $35,000 that I'm currently on the hook for.
Yes, Ursula, you're correct.
It's kinda, yeah, no, absolutely, for sure. But, you know, I do think that it could be cheaper, almost certainly. It could be made much more reasonable. Oh no, kisses, whatever are you gonna do? That's what I'm saying. Finally, someone's speaking sense. You always have my back, Felicity. I appreciate that about you so deeply. Wife number 2 wants to know if you're heading back upstairs.
Yes, I'll be up in a minute. I'm going to make sure that Ellie is content before I come up.
Don't dox my dog.
She's my fucking dog.
Yeah, but I raised
Sorry,
her.
excuse me?
Ah, stop! I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm gonna freaking lock the door. She's studying business. Her workplace was kind enough to give her a substantial sponsorship. So she's taking advantage of it. In theory, it'll result in increased pay, one can hope. But America do be being America and all that, so who's to say? But it's you know, subsidized, so you know, it can't, like, I'm not, you can't reasonably sit there, even if you're an American, and be like, having more education can't be, like, is nothing other than like a bad thing, or can only be a bad thing. It just doesn't sit right. College as it is right now is 100% a scam. Yeah, I would agree with that, given that the current socioeconomic reality that we're all experiencing. Yes. Most developed countries will be like, your college is, we understand the innate natural value of having a educated populace. Here's either like relatively no cost or heavily subsidized college. And enjoy being like productive. But we don't have that something taxes, even though we pay, from what I understand, as much if not more taxes comparatively speaking for the amount that we're getting back from it. But at least we have our freedom, Kekona. Go to a trade school, no college needed. I almost congratulated myself. Woo! It's so for most people, going to a trade school is perfectly reasonable. We don't all have different skills that, or specific skills or interests that are going to gel well with what's available in a trade school, from what I understand. For a while, because I was interested in video games, I had assumed that I was meant, quote unquote, to try to learn programming and things like that. And while I think that there is something to that, it never really parsed with me the way that I had hoped. Congratulations ×2. The other aspect that I was familiar with, that I was relatively good at, was speaking to people. People seem to listen to me and come to me for help on things. So I was like, I guess I'm supposed to be a psychologist. And when I shifted my major to psychology, I thought to myself, all this is talking about like how medication affects people. This isn't really what I expected it to be. But there isn't really that much help getting you to a point where you understand what it is that you're trying to do. Like, you're still in your formative years as like a late teens, early 20s. Like, you don't know what the fuck is going on. And that doesn't even fully change when you're going into your late 20s, even early 30s. Ain't nobody knows what the fuck is going on. We're just kind of like guessing, or at least most people are. There's no place on earth yet you're safe from us and our love so true. College 30 years ago and guaranteed a great job. College now means that while you're considering working at Starbucks. Nothing true has ever been said. What do you do, Stoic? Are you a philosopher? So that's an interesting thought process. I work for a retirement processing company. I don't mean to dox myself, even though you don't have enough information in order to properly do that. But my past jobs, I've tried to gear towards supporting what I consider to be my actual career internally, which is to try to figure out what the point of life is, how to get myself to a point where I do things that help me broaden my understanding of what that could possibly be, and try to do things that are philosophically consistent with what my impression, my understanding of my own philosophy is. So, for example, there was a good 6-7 year stint that started while I was in college, where I was like, okay, I'm supposed to be helping people, and I'm just going to do whatever is the closest thing that I can that seems to mirror that idea, and try to get money at the same time because I need it for food. And that happened to manifest in the form of working with a lot of special needs populations, assisting persons with special needs with like vocational aspirations. I worked one-on-one with as like a personal care aide for someone that was like that, and helping them establish like an exercise regimen for themselves. The by far the hardest job that I ever did that was in line with that and just kept, you know, being like a natural consequence of so much experience working with populations like that was working in a behavioral school that doubled as a school that had a lot of special, like a pretty sizable special needs population in it. And that was difficult, if only because it was a nonprofit that where the staff was outnumbered by kids that were kids in age only, but were like developed enough to be able to take you out and had like troubled backgrounds at the same time. And I lucked out in that I established pretty early on respect-based relationships with a lot of them. But when they, like, one of them could look at another one crossways or be interpreted as such, and then decide to throw down quasi-instantaneously, and I would have to be the one that, like, acted as, like, a meat shield between them. So, about as difficult as you can imagine it being. My philosophy certainly carried me pretty hard. Through that experience, but the TLDR is that my profession is whatever the world happens to give me after I do, after I make a best faith effort to try to find something that's philosophically consistent.
Tahu's out. Ursula_Jones07 gifted a tier
thank you
1
for
sub
gifting,
to Tahu Raise Out.
Ursula. I really appreciate
This
it.
is their first
Enjoy
gift sub in
Tahu.
the channel.
So yeah, I don't know if that fully answered your question or even partially, but that's the hope. He's a Mac Daddy to 2 wives and a Shiva princess. Yeah, that's another way of saying it. It's probably a much more efficient way of saying whatever it was I said. Oh. Stoics Roboform runs on Mac OS. That's not true. I'm Linux. Isn't Linux the one that has a penguin? Linux is a penguin, I think. Stoic has 2 wives. I misheard that he has 2 knives. Nothing beats 2 knives. I mean, I do have 2 knives in my utensil drawer. There are many like them, but those 2 are mine. Enjoy your stonks emote. That's a very popular emote. For good reason. I'm pretty happy with that one. Not that I made it. I had it commissioned out, but yeah. At least some of the proceeds for subscriptions and so on, which are 25% off, new subs and resubs, cough cough, go into improving the channel visually. Most recent example is the tactical HUD science fiction-y chat that has been added to the top left. I'm getting watered. I took 5 points of damage. I hate that for me. Crabs are dicks, huh? Running on CentOS. Isn't CentOS the mint that you should not combine with carbonated drinks? CentOS freshness. something CentOS full of life. You know that old commercial. Oh yeah, no, it was Mentos. That's right. It was Mentos. No, I knew that. I knew that. I'm not saving face. Please, for the love of God, don't think that I actually messed that up. I know what Mentos is. Like, this streamer is dumb as hell. Why do I support him by watching and consuming ad revenue? This party has been good. It is very odd for me to be on the outset of the combat situation and not moving around compulsively. Like I just drank the 10 ounces of G Fuel addled water that I had completely forgotten about. That's to my right. It's weird. It's just weird for me. Not sponsored, by the way. I do have to look at... I got some other sponsorship offers that I need to take a look at. I've never done a Stream Elements sponsorship before. I've heard mixed-ish things about it, but those mixed-ish things were only spoken of about 5-6 months ago, something like that. I think it would be good to try it at least once in order to get an idea of what the whole process is, and if my viewership, quote unquote, is resilient enough to tolerate me playing something that isn't over 20 years old and or looks like a mobile game or has mobile game undertones or overtones. I don't think that while I've been like the most applicable game that I to my whole vibe that has appeared in my Stream Elements list is War Thunder. I don't really see myself playing War Thunder on stream. It's not really my bag. I'm more of like a psychological horror or RPG kind of guy. But I did see something in the Stream Elements sponsorship list that qualified itself as puzzle and survival. And it seemed to have a cover of Resident Evil 4 on it. And I don't know if that's just me coping hard enough that I, you know, that I manifested what appeared to be a cover image of Resident Evil 4 on it. But who's to say? CentOS is the flavor of Linux. Is it? I mean, I'm not really into any of that weeb shit, so, you know, you would know. you freaking nerd. I'm kidding. I'm joshing. NRP elbows you very slightly in the side. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding around. Just throwing out some knee slappers for the old audience. You get it. You and I go way back. I'm enjoying watching you in your mage prison. It's just so weird. Like I'm just, and not weird in a bad way. I'm kind of enjoying, like being in this position lets me think a lot more clearly. Perhaps it's because we're fighting things that are like well below our experience pay grade. Because I only got 70 experience points from that last one, but we did get through our XP charge. So good things are on the horizon. No pun intended. Pun sort of intended now. We'll probably try to swap to gathering summons in an hour 15. I don't know when our party started. Oh god, he's coming for me.
This day belongs to the light.
The only real way to tell if my regulars, quote unquote, would be willing to engage in sponsorship deals, and probably only as like a mercy, is to just do it and see, like, because people are gonna vote for whether they like something by whether or not they watch you. That's something that I've learned. Although that said, people did seem to stick around for about 2 hours of Armor Core 6, and 15 is a really high number, like comparatively speaking, in small streamer terms. And they, like, at least 12 of those 15 people hung around for a good hour and a half of the 2 hours. That's not bad. I'm here for the comedy and chatter than what game you play. Agree, I'm here for the chat banner. I'm sure my I'm sure my people are gonna be fine if I stare at the chat and try to get through it. Grabbing all my forks now. And those are the prime forks, right? Those are the key items. They're not like the mini tuning forks that you can activate in order to get warped over. So like, if I asked you to teach me the power of Horizon, theoretically, what would your reaction be? Extremely controlled. And it would be extremely controlled, not because I believe or don't believe in any way that you wouldn't actually get into it, but extremely controlled because I would make a good faith effort to try to wean you in on classic era Final Fantasy XI without giving you such a deluge of information that you're like, no thanks, I'm gonna go back to Guild Wars 2, enjoy whatever the fuck this is. which is a hard balance to strike when teaching new players Final Fantasy XI, because it is so cooperative in the sense that like you're basically like an ancient Greek warrior in a shield wall, right? Where all the pieces have to relatively work with each other in order to stop the whole from dying. So as long as you go into it with measured expectations and the knowledge that I will make sure that you're given all the tools that you would need or want to succeed, then I will say that I'm looking forward to it. Should that day come. Should you let that day come. I'm here for the channel points. Ayame too. I think that Ayame, I don't know if Ayame is streaming right now or if she's doing something else, but she also farms points. Mini forks are the fights you solo as summoner at level 20. Do you have at least 6 fame in each city? I should, yes. I shoved about 1,000 pieces of corn into an elderly gentleman in Selbina. Gonna want to zone the Banshee unless Vaughn can grab. There we go. I think that you would like it. I'm not gonna fill you with cope and be like, it's literally gonna be your best experience ever. Your brain is going to reject Final Fantasy XI. Let me tell you that right now. It's going to kick it back as like a foreign body. But if you override... Sorry, my dog is trying to... I need 30 seconds after this dies. My dog is trying to bond with the micro vacuum cleaner off to the side. Her back. I'll need to go fill her treat ball. So I will be right back. I'm not gonna go to the be right back screen. Alright, BRB.
Ooh, BRB. Ooh, BRB. Oh. Stop it. Oh, baby. What?
Okay. All right, I am back. Monk is a great job to start on. I played 11 for a very short period. I've always wanted to finish it. I am planning on creating a... I don't know what form it's going to take. I have all the subjects that I want to talk about, but I am planning on creating a beginner guide, like an extensive beginner guide, like VOD series, That's going to start with me summoning. I think that it's... Oh, I'm still hidden. That's my bad. Hello. I think that the tutorial series is going to come online after I get White Mage to 37, because I'm going to need to anyway. I should have it at 37 anyway. It's just been pure laziness and reluctance to level it, and because I had other goals that I haven't really been free to bring it above 25. So, if you were interested, absolutely could dabble in it if you wanted to be cute. Ooh woo. If you wanted to make it cute, we could do a duo stream together where it's like me teaching you about the amazing world of Vanadil. Or reteaching you, because you said that you played through it before, at least a little bit. I only have one condition, and it is a pretty sizable one, so I will not be consternated. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's the one we're going to use. If you are not interested any further, can you have a great day? If you are capable of having a great day for me, then we can consider it an agreement, and I will have my people talk to your people, and your people can talk to my people's people, and my people's people can talk to your people's people, and we can hash something out. Thank you, Vossen and Tomaine, for donating. Well, Fantasy 11 is like graduating high school and being left to fend for yourself, but you make a lot of good friends on your way to the goal. Also, no matter what level you are, there will always be a bunny that can kill you. But rabbits in this game are assholes. That part is undisputable. I'm gonna say the word. Undisputable. Why is that hard? Undisputably? That's not it either. Undisputed. Hold on, motherfucker. Undisputably. Why did I struggle with that so hard? Undisputably? No, that's not it either. Undisputably? Dude, why is it not parse? Why is it struggling? Why? I've never struggled with words like that before. Am I damaged? I might be damaged. Find out in the lore stream. Who knows? I need to shake my G Fuel. I just don't have any G Fuel in my system. That's why. I'm G Fuel deficient. That's not okay. None of this is okay. Make it be okay. We'll reapply Protectra and Shelra. Just for funsies. I've missed partying in these lower areas. I do not miss partying in Yatunga Jungle or Yoder Jungle at all. I do not like the jungle. I do not like how even like 12, 15 years of experience I've had, I still cannot naturally navigate that godforsaken place, even with a mini-map. I do not like how everything, or at least 50% of the things that you encounter on a meter by meter basis is looking for any opportunity it can to you know, pull your insides out from your butthole. I'm being traded with. What? Scroll of escape. I don't know why you traded that to me. Thank you. I don't know why he traded that to me. Is he trying to say something to me? Is this code? He traded me a Black Mage scroll of 29. Hello? R0. Drop frames. R0. What's happening? Is everybody still here? Bueller? I didn't get disconnected, did I? What the hell is happening? Nothing? Nothing happened? Just the world stopped for a second. What the hell is that? There goes Omega, being the best. It's his code to say he's being kidnapped and you just ignore it? Who said that? It's his code to say he's being kidnapped and you just ignore it. Oh, you mean the little Taru? It's not unusual for Tarus to get picked apart in the wilderness. You can only speak the magic words that are required to end the life of whatever it is that's trying to predate on you so quickly. Like you go out into the jungle and and there's like a goblin that has like any number of daggers with your name on it if you're a Taru. Like it takes in one quick fluid motion. And the Taru is in pieces, cleaved in twain on the ground. I'm not saying that I had to kill a number of them as part of my job as a wet worker in the Bastoken Military Intelligence Quarter. I'm not saying that. I'm also not saying that it was some of my best work. Let me pull another one. Let me try. I'm going to get greedy. I'm going to try to see if I can get one more tick of MP. There we go. It's fine. No, the warrior already has region on them. Enjoy your cure. We'll throw region on the ninja, just in case it matters. Help him escape his sword. He didn't say anything to me either. Vong, did you just happen to have another escape scroll? Just wanted to make sure you don't want money. Like, I'm not gonna level Black Mage anytime soon, so like, maybe he thinks I'm a Black Mage? Hang on. Did you mean
only
to
treasure
give?
could staunch the flow of
Thank you for the bits. I greatly appreciate that.
Tahuri Zhao,
Every bit
X100.
helps, literally and figuratively. Did you mean to give the escape scroll to me or the other Black Mages? He might have meant to give it to the other Black Mages and he just didn't check my job. I'm not Anon, so you should be able to see that. Maybe he meant to give it to the other Black Mage. Possibly. Man, this is turning into a frickin' ghost story, huh? Is anybody else as spooked?
Towering, fierce, terrible, nightmare-made material.
It's so spookums. He's not replying to me either. I should probably heal during this. I think we're in real poverty hours right now. Fighting these clippers. It's tough. It's two levels above us. I reckon that we're looking at a solid 50 XP off of this.
Ooh, 73.
Impressive.
Hey, baby. Sweet little baby. My sweet little peanut butter princess with sun-kissed toes who deserves the entire planet. I mean, he didn't reply to me. I sent him a couple of tells saying, did you mean to give this to me? And then an additional one saying, did you mean to give it to the other Black Mages? But he's moving around, so I don't know if he doesn't speak English. Maybe that's the case. It could be. Pay no attention to what transpired. Everything is perfectly normal. I'm perfectly normal. His calls for help's getting ignored. I mean, that's not really my jurisdiction. If you want to get help like from like a Bastokan military individual, you need to submit a form and you need to deliver it personally to the Metalworks. If you can't do that, we won't help you. We're busy.
Behold the infinite malignity of the stars.
We got a lot on our plate. We're trying to kill Quadov left and right and flamethrower their egg nests. We're trying to keep the goblin horde at bay and Ulta and Mobile Polos. Because there's a fucking cave entrance that leads to their major population center. Less than a mile away from one of our main entrances. If I had to follow up on every single MF that gave me an escape scroll, I wouldn't be leveling. I'd spend all my time trying to, you know, preserve life. I've got stuff. I've got stuff to do. Maybe he just wants your lunch meat. I didn't consider that. Well, he didn't say that. He didn't say anything. My anaconda don't want none if you can't communicate on a basic level with me. I'd take a look at Stream Elements and see what that sponsorship was. Streamelements.com. It's a clipper. Who cares? We'll dia it to pretend like we're doing something. Profile. Streaming tools. Revenue. Sponsorships. World of Warships. Experience intense naval warfare in this action-packed, strategy-oriented, free-to-play MMO. At least they're not giving me straight mobile games to play anymore. Or to possibly stream for. Because I would not want to watch that. I'm going to be honest with you. And if I don't want to watch it, then I probably... And I'm not capable of faking reactions.
So I can't be like, whoa, I can't believe that I got 60 free pulls just from signing up on this on this third-party app. And it says here that YouTube viewers, I did not need to cure 3. Let's not cure 3. That was the gross overuse of resources. I cannot fake it until I make it. I can take a measured approach to doing things that are reasonably interesting to me and arguably a number of others, which is always a good business plan. It's never let me down before. Ant Legion For the Swarm. For the Swarm is an insect-themed strategy game where you build an ant colony from the ground up. What are you doing? Oh, you're just eating your bone. Go ahead. What is this? Play and promote puzzles and survival on stream. Reach your goals and earn up to blah blah blah. Puzzles and survival. Why the fuck do they have a Resident Evil 4 cover art for this? Is the game literally called Puzzles and Survival? It's a one-of-a-kind zombie-themed mobile game. Puzzle against zombies to solve the mystery and build an impenetrable sanctuary. Only mobile players will count towards your goals. I'm sorry, no. Hey Stoic, can you solve puzzles and save humanity? No, opt me out. Audience may not resonate with it. Gamer product doesn't align with my preferences. That part might not be true. And I guess that's it. My audience might not resonate. Ooh, we got another level. Congrats. Do love. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna have to yell at my ISP. I'm gonna have to. I said I had to last time. I still reconnected my modem to try to see if that helps, and it does not. So I'm gonna need your tier 3 technician. Earlier is better. I have to stop 425, so whatever you guys are doing, it's fine. Anyone close to level? I just leveled. I am not. Guess you should have played the shitty zombie game. It did seem to line up
the disconnection with me saying that I am not interested and opt me out, and then apparently my ISP is sponsored by the critically acclaimed video game Puzzles and Zombies, or Puzzles and Survival. You know, it honestly reminds me of those generic brand cereals that you see in grocery stores. Like there's like Chex, like there's like cinnamon Chex, and then right next to it is the store's version of Chex, which is called Crispy Hexagons, or like sugar coated oat squares. Oh, I mean, if people are playing it, I guess enough that they're like, hey, we'll give you money for every person that gets to level 69 and kills 420 zombies. It makes sense. I do think that one of my first summoners or summons I'm gonna have to grab for very good and non-TOS reasons is Garuda. Let's go let that one sit. It's not for anything weird. Yeah, Garuda is best for skill chains. Yeah, that's why I'm getting that's why I'm getting Garuda. Yeah, that's it. Boston, you took the words right out of my mouth. Literally no other reason. Ray Chat Alicious isn't happy you're talking about other mobile games and stopping the stream. They're powerful enough, man. If they were able to get their own cartoon, they're capable of anything. Clock and open for like everyone, level 10 to 20. It's gonna involve teaching people that blood pact skill chaining is a thing, which I already kind of do in most of my parties anyway. Not the summoning skill chaining teaching thing, but just teaching about skill chains in general. That's a good call for sure. I still can't believe that there are people out there that are like, nah, summoner can't be a main healer because... Oh shit. Okay, well that wasn't bad. I forgot save for a second. Because they get auto refresh. You know? They get auto. It's like if you drink a Gudo drink, they basically don't pay anything for their summons, right? Even though I think that the general agreement is, and correct me if I'm wrong, that people don't bother keeping their summons out in perpetuity because it's considered not worth it. I do have one question for anybody that is not familiar, or is familiar, sorry, with summoners in general. Can you get MP back by resting when you have your summon out? I don't think you can, but I wasn't able to find any information on the wiki. I think it stops you from healing back MP if you're resting and you have your summon out. It does not stop you? Really? The thief got slept? No, you can heal. Okay, that makes sense to me. So all I have to do is to make this aberration that I'm cooking up work is make like 30 Yagudo drinks, and then I too can become a Beastmaster. Follow-up question: Can if you have a summon out, let's say that it's Shiva or whatever, and the thing that you're fighting, let's say it's a crab, which is weak, quote unquote, to ice. Does the ice weakness apply to Shiva and friends' basic attacks? Like, are her attacks, her normal auto attacks, more effective against, like, just naturally? Like, do they just trend higher? That's something else that I'm interested in knowing, for sure. Doubt it's melee damage. That's what I was thinking too. We did during the COP fight where you fight the Snolzar, we did have Shiva out just auto attacking. And I think it was because the wiki just suggested that that was something that should be done. We just did it just to do it. All right, I'm gonna get greedy and grab one more tick and then heal the individual. And people are blind, and that's not okay. Let's de-blind the warrior first. And then top up the warrior with a regen. As they're starting about 30 seconds, they're 90 seconds on average. There's nothing I can do about them except make them as painless on you as possible. There's an hour at least of consumable stream in between ad breaks. If you're unlucky, they're like 60 seconds. If you're lucky, they're 60. If you're unlucky, they're like 2 minutes or over. To see it as an opportunity to like do something else other than look at me on your fun screen for once. And then we'll meet back here once it's all over. Who put my blind all the way on control 8? I just want to have a conversation. You can avoid ads by subbing, which is 25% off because it's quote unquote September. Praise Bezos, hallowed be his name. I think they're already lost. I think they're already in ad hell. One game that I am cautiously interested in playing once it comes out on Game Pass, because I do not want to pay $70 for it, is Starfield. I've heard good things about it, polarizing things. The people that aren't a fan of it do not seem to be a fan of it and reflect that in their scores. The people that like it seem to like it a lot. I do not let myself as a practice form any opinion until I get my hands on it, unless the opinion that is out there from reviewers seems to be unanimous. I watched about 20-30 minutes of it and it looked okay. I mean, I don't think it's gonna like knock my robotic socks off or anything, but it seems neat. It seems like a neat video game. And sometimes that's all you want. What are you talking about? I'm talking about Starfield right now. Todd Howard's new baby. The first new IP that they've had in, what, 10, 12 years? Something like that. They're like, I guess we can stop. I guess we could stop re-releasing Skyrim for like 2 seconds and come out with something new. Or trying to fix Fallout 76 and breaking a whole other part of it. I'm gonna be greedy. I'm gonna get one more instance of MP. Somebody said in the party that we were planning on ending soon. And yet we are still going, so I don't really know what's happening. But when this does end, and I think Cyber / Alina said that they were possibly going to assist with getting summons, which would be very nice, as long as I'm not taking them away from literally anything else. Okay. Because if you would rather like stare into the sun rather than I just want you to be happy is like the takeaway. If you're happy, then my needs are met. I'll get it when it's cheap. I mean, I don't know how much cheaper it's gonna get than $10. Let me put it this way: if you get it on Game Pass, what is the likelihood that you're going to be playing it for more than a month? And this is assuming that you're getting it on PC. If you are playing it for more than a month, then you could just sub again, and you're only down 20 instead of like the $70 that it is originally. I would say, based off of the extremely limited information I have about it, that's probably worth $10. Although it does make me sad that Xbox figured out that I was in some kind of gray area where I kept getting offered by their algorithm the $1 the $1 monthly subscription option. For like 6 or 7 months, I would just turn off auto renewal for Xbox Game Pass immediately upon subscribing for $1. And they just kept doing that over and over again, back to back. And I just thought that I was in some place where the ones and zeros is just like, yeah, just keep offering a month of Game Pass for $1 to this guy. And eventually we got to hook him. And some never do well. Saw that and was like, your free ride is over, old man. I was like, okay. Alrighty. I think for Leviathan, correct me if I'm wrong, please. For Leviathan, you need Kazam fame. Is Kazam fame tied to Winder's fame? If that's the case, then I should be fine there. And the only reason I ask that is because Norg fame is its own thing. I think you need to get Norg fame doing Norg things. Except for a quest where you give a bunch of zinc ore to somebody in Bastok. AKA helping Bastok fame doesn't help Norg fame, I believe. Okay. Alright, I think we're helping somebody just enough to get their XP ring taken care of, which makes what we're experiencing make sense. I shook this G Fuel canister like 50 times, and I still haven't taken any drinks out of it. Enjoyed this G Fuel consumption ASMR. Oh yeah. It's hi Bailey. It's hype sauce. It is not a sauce, but it do be making me hype. I originally only bought one canister of G Fuel because it had the Crimson Tears, and I'm a huge slut for anything from software, so I, not ashamed to say, I bought the Crimson Tears flavor purely because it was as Elden Ring memorabilia. And really for no other reason. And then they had a buy one get one sale after that, which I picked up Miami Nights and hype sauce from. We'll see how I feel once I get down to my last dregs in the containers, if I'm gonna get more. If Red Fork is from Kazam, Leviathan is from Norg. I should be set either way. Well, I don't know about the Leviathan one. I'll have to see. Actually, that's a really good. That's a really good thought. Leviathan, Final Fantasy 11 Classic. Checking. Did Shadow Reputation 4? I should have that. After this party is over, I'm going to scooch on over to Norg first and see if I can pick that up. I should be able to. And if I cannot, then I will figure out what my fame is. And if it's not an easy fix or a quick fix, then I can just do Leviathan another time. Do you think, like, do you sit there like alone and ever think to yourself like these, like if Leviathan is chilling in his cloister, like the cloister of water or cloister of tides or whatever, and he's thinking to himself, being here makes me cloist. Ever think about that? These are the deeper questions. Makes you wonder. Oh yeah, oh, must be Kool-Aid flavored. They have like 30 plus different flavors of G Fuel, and I did think to myself that if I had enjoyed G Fuel in general enough, I would be willing to try a whole bunch of different flavors. But I have the feeling that while I don't mind G Fuel, I'm probably only going to pick some up if they keep offering buy one get ones, because then it's a mega fucking worth it for sure. Compared to traditional quote unquote energy drinks, it's for sure a better business decision, if you can call it that, to just get a container that has 40 applications in it versus paying almost double in terms of individual cans of energy drink. But I won't sit here and lie to you that I don't that I'm not drinking this G Fuel addled water and thinking to myself I would rather have a Rockstar right now, to be honest with you. I think it's better for you, or at least so the marketing goes, compared to G Fuel. I don't think that any energy drink powder can reasonably qualify itself as being truly healthy. But I think this one, in terms of overall impact, I think this one is the most muted, or one of the most. I wonder if he thinks these pretzels are making me thirsty. I've tried it and it was okay. I like the strawberry banana one or something. I prefer Crystal Light or coffee. Energy drinks are awful for you. So true. I am acutely aware that I should not put whatever's in an energy drink in my body. And yet, when I'm faced with supporting the economy, it's very difficult for me to to not be like, yeah, I could use some artificially I almost said artificially inseminated. That's not right. That's not the right word. Artificially created. I don't know a better word for it. Artificially installed motivation. I mean, different strokes. Yeah, we'll say it. I meant to say inseminated. Bailey, you're right. I'm willing to be judged if it comes to that. I remember when a coworker of mine poured 5-hour energy drink into a Red Bull. That is fucked up. That I am surprised that they did not die. I mean, it would take a little bit more than that, obviously, because the human body is remarkably resilient when it comes to chemical alterations like that. But you absolutely should not do that. Kids at home, do not do that. Some people might like their beverages artificially inseminated. I mean, there's a market for everything. Speaking of which, let me look through these other sponsorships. Warpath. Wait a minute. Wasn't Warpath like an ancient 2007 video game? There's no way it's the same one I'm thinking of. Warpath PC? There's no way. Lilith Payment Center. Buy now. Extra diamonds 5%. You know it's a good game when they hit you with the buy diamonds for 5% off before you even look at any other part of the... No, it's not the one I was thinking of. It's like a browser RTS. You campaign? No, thank you. Opt me out. Audience may not resonate with it. Gamer product does not align with my preferences. Thank you. All right, who else we got? Brick City. Brick City is a new sandbox city building mobile game where your mission is to build a city that would revive the abandoned and polluted Earth. Brick City is a mobile game. That's a pass from me, dog. All right, that leaves World of Warships and Ant Legion for the Sword. I'll take a look at those on my own time. I don't think that you guys necessarily need to be bothered with all that and whatnot. That juice ain't worth the squeeze. World of Warships could be interesting. Let me see what they say. Advertise, promote World of Warships for 2 hours and 2 separate streams. You want me to dedicate 2 streams to this? Maybe don't do that and just play fun stuff. I mean, I've looked at World of Warships purely because they had like some anime crossover or something where like there was a pretty gratuitous amount of underboob in their in their advert. A lot of anime underboob, and I was like, you had my interest and now you have my attention. .jpg. I don't know what these guys are doing. I don't know what the plan is. We just keep pulling. I'll have to go to... Warships are just water mechs, right? I mean, basically, yeah. They just do be floating and all that. I mean, I'm under no impression that I would do well in the game at all. Wait, is it asking me to... It's not mobile, right? World of Warships is... Playing game on PC. If I can successfully entrap chat into purchasing a ship, I'm assuming through any means, then that's what they want. I'll keep that on the radar. I don't know. I do have to do one of these at some point in order to see if it's even worth paying attention to these. Ant Legion for the Storm? What the hell is that? Earn X amount of money for the first 2 viewers to participate in the promotion and complete rally and attack. No. I don't know what this is, but no thank you. Are you allowed to talk shit about the game? It doesn't say that I can't. A lot of these I think are just automatically generated. I fit into some kind of algorithm where they're sending it to me. And I don't know if they know that I've only, I mean, like 80% of my uptime has been streaming a private server of a 20-year-old classic MMO. But maybe maybe I am the exact demographic that they're looking to hit. Because Final Fantasy XI actually goes crazy on Twitch, more than you would think. So maybe there is something to it. All right, people are warping out. Take care. Thank you. We got a couple of levels off that, I believe. Disband. And I'm going to... What do I want to do here? Black drop. Black drop me. If you're not familiar, black drop is like a candy item that you can get from weird nondescript sources that acts just like a warp, except it gives you a whole ass hour of medication. I don't know why. What did I have? We got 2 levels off that. 2.5 levels for about an hour and 15 minutes. Sub 63 is pretty good. It's not great. It's not great, but it's fine. Hot Tub Stream 3 if you buy XYZ ship. I mean, for sure, yeah. World of Warships could be interesting. Yeah, so could a lobotomy. Both are true. Getting a lobotomy could be interesting. You don't know. Have you ever had one before? They're big ships that shoot things at each other. How could that not... Like, there's some dopamine that's inherent to that. You can't sit there and tell me that you would just be like, snoozers, resident sleeper. When is he going to stop shelling that patrol boat over and over again, repeatedly and greedily and deeply? Like, there's a part of the human condition that just naturally appreciates explosions. I gotta be careful and not talk about it too much because, you know, I didn't sign up for anything yet. I can't blow my best conversational loads before they're due. The Michael Bay condition. Yeah, how's he doing? Didn't he direct the most recent Avatar? Or am I confusing some people? I might be confusing some people. Paladin, warrior, get this gross shit off me. Equip, style lock, display head, so I can have my cool Darksteel Cura set ready to go for tonight's adventure. The Macrusty, equip set, default, make sure that all matches up, use current. All right. A little bit more prep needs to be done. I think, maybe. Storage. What do I need? We'll take my spaghetti and sushi, and that should be fine. And sell the rest. See all Lena. Invite. Let me shout out Bailey Jameson. He is an awesome individual that's definitely worth all of your follows. He plays a lot of retro games, which honestly, you can't have any shortage of that in the world. The more classic game playing happening, the better. So that people can be reminded of what quality, you know, video games used to be given to you, like in a full complete package. Add on load timers. I do, yeah. Gonna check the Norg one first. I love how you did this during Stickbrush Symphony. I think I have like 2 or 3 different variations of this song. And all of it's good. I'm always happy when Stickbrush comes up. Let us take a glancy poo at Norg and see if we can pick up Leviathan. If I cannot pick up Leviathan, then I will meet the conditions to pick up Leviathan at some point. I do need Leviathan. There's no way to get around that. Having AoE refresh is very helpful. You might want to sub Black Mage for all that running around. Extremely good idea that only occurred to me halfway over to the Goblin. I'll just change in town. There's a Nomad Moogle in Norg. But I also work hard, and I have like 5 different warp cudgels, so if it really comes down to it, I'm not afraid of spending a charge for to save me like 10 seconds. I should absolutely walk 10 feet in order to swap to Black Mage, but I got stuff I gotta do. You know? We can appreciate the games that are doing that right now, like Baldur's Gate 3 and Armor Core 6, and developers that are saying what happened 15 to 20 years ago is unrealistic now. Yeah, heck those people. Baldur's Gate 3 is like deserves all the praise that it's getting and more. The only reason that I'm not currently ingesting it at every available opportunity is because it gives me choice paralysis, because you have consequences for your own actions, and I'm not used to video games giving me that. I can handle it just fine in real life, but apparently when a fantasy video game gives it to me, it's like, hey, did you know that you can actually get a whole ass other story, or at least massive chunks of it, by being like the most sadistic, cruel asshole known to man, and that will actually let that happen? Because some video games do allow you to be a little naughty, but it never lets you be evil, and Baldur's Gate 3 seems to let you actually be evil. And because of that, I'm cognizant of all the different conversations and stories and stuff that I'm missing by not playing a good character, which is typically what I do anyway. So this run around, I was thinking to myself, I could be evil this time because I might never put myself in a position to be evil again. So I might as well just try to be that and see how it affects things. You could always play again. That's true. I could, and I probably would. And this is so petty, what I'm about to say. Okay, I'm aware of that. The other reason why I haven't been playing it as much as my instinct tells me I should be is because there was a lack of auto sorting and auto stacking happening, and that, as small and extraordinarily first worldy as that is, bothered me. I eventually accepted my fate and started taking the pouches and stuff that you find around the world and turning those into like grenade pouches and arrow pouches and and clothes pouches and all this other stuff. But it's just like, I just want to play the video game. I don't want to be sorting my inventory like this to this degree. I just don't like it. Am I going the right way? Did I have to go to Kazam? Hang on. No, the person is an orc. Okay. Most games evil is just chaotic good. You do the right thing but don't care about collateral damage. Baldur's Gate 3 legit lets you do pure evil stuff. Yeah, which is awesome. It's super, super awesome, and it's interesting and great that it allows you to take it as far as you reasonably want to. Like even to the point that I'm like holding my presumed to be lawful evil character back and be like, no, this is too fucked up even for me. So just the fact that it permits that and gives you actual consequences does matter to me for sure. This should not be considered a spoiler. If you do choose to be good or evil, apparently if you go the evil path, some followers leave you. I will not say so, and the reason why I'm saying this, or I will not say who. The reason why I'm saying it is because I did not realize. I thought, but I did not realize that was going to happen. So I put some of my best equipment on the people that left, and it did rub me a little bit the wrong way. That I was not told. I was given no impression that could happen, which, as you could reasonably say, IRL, there's nobody that's going to tell you that they're going to not want to be around you if, you know, you wholesale slaughter entire innocent populations. I get that. As a person that regularly slaughters wholesale innocent populations in Minecraft, I get it. Okay, apparently I do have enough Norg fame, which I did not predict, and I don't know where I got it. I think I might have already accounted for that. Why wouldn't anyone want to hang out with somebody like that? That's what I'm saying. Okay, so I got the tunic fork of water. I'm just gonna go around and grab all the forks because I'm gonna need to do that anyway. Summoner. Get the Utsusemi quest while there. I already got it. I'm a Ninja 57, so I've got that under wraps. I don't think I've unlocked Samurai though, but I'll worry about that later. Yeah, I didn't unlock Samurai yet, but I'll worry about that later. Was joking about fame. Oh, true. So true. Ifrit, Garuda, Shiva, Rama, Diabolos. I have to redo one of those COP fights, so let me take that off my bar. Drop by fire quests. I have to go to Kazam.
Let's do it.
It shouldn't take me that long to get to Kazam. It should take me about the same amount of time to go this way. 90 gil? I only have almost 3 million, man. I'm not made of this stuff. So, Omega TLDR and way too late. I do think that I'm going to restart my save in Baldur's Gate 3 only because I want to have the option of having auto stacking and auto sorting containers as a mod. It sounds like the dumbest decision in the world to functionally erase over 30 hours of progress, but you don't pay my my private server subscription, and it's my hot robotic body. I can do what I want, and I cannot overstate how much of a psychological relief it will be that I could just loot literally everything that I see that is not nailed down, and if it matters, get put automatically into pouches that all I have to do is just focus on doing the thing instead of sorting. Less sorting, more doing. Is this a dude with the booty cheeks? Want to buy me a cheap pair of O-coats? Thanks. Yeah, man, your check is in the mail. Did you check your mog house? It's a new car. You get a Chocobo license, and you get a Chocobo license. That Chocossi go crazy. Oh man.
And another Toyota Corolla.
They make you pay taxes when you win stuff like that, right? Was there anybody in Oprah's audience that was like, "Oh, sweet, a 2012 Toyota Corolla. I can't wait to pay the $6,000 in tax on this." Oh, I think that's how it works. I think that's what happens if you win the lottery, is that you have to pay the taxes on it right away. Or like you win those game shows. What do you do for Gil? What don't I do for Gil? That would be a shorter list. Mostly cook. I mostly cook mushroom stew when I see the market imploding. Sometimes I cause the market to implode myself. Like recently, there was 40, 50 mushroom stews that were put on the market. And I had some for like 5,000, which is typical. I would say that's the average going price for mushroom stew, because it nets you about 2,000, 2,500 if the ingredient market is behaving. Fucking puffball dealers. If the puffball mafia wants to cooperate, then you typically double your money on the mushroom stews. But because mushroom stews are very quickly and deservedly getting the status akin to like meat myth kebabs in terms of like what they bring to the table and their relative uptime. Where am I going? Ranta Anta? Who the hell is that? J9? Where's J9? J9. I have to go east. Don't mind if I do. People tend to make a lot of mushroom stew because people are constantly buying mushroom stew because it's arguably, aside from ambrosia, which is prohibitively hard to get, at least compared to mushroom stew. There he is. It's the best white mage / red mage / summoner food. Like in terms of summoner, you could also I guess make the case for like Snow Gelato or some shit where you have Owsy wowsy, don't make me talk, I hurt all over. What? Kazam reputation? Is Kazam reputation its own thing? Please, for the love of Christ, tell me it is. Do I already have the key item? Do you need fork of water? I don't. What's I did not expect to be in this position. Let me go to I-11 and see what my, where is it? I-11 south. You're not rank 10 windy? I should need to be. I shoved like 1,000 cornets into the Taru when no one was looking. I just jammed all 1,000 cornets into his body until he basically exploded. So I should have enough fame for this. Pakroib's residence, which is there apparently. I was thinking of restarting because I saw a mod release with Artificer and I'm interested. If they do it like they did in DOS 2, then don't. Alright, Nev. Pop out there, am I? Hi there, Stoic. I've been telling everyone about my new friend. We're friends, right? What the hell does that mean? Kazam. I do not have enough fame for Ifrit, so I need to put more cornets into the Winder skin. Okay. Need more windy fame. I definitely have enough for the others. I don't need a Frit right now. I'll get a Frit later. Trial by fire. Wait, Kazam is its own fame? Really? I thought it was tied to Winders. Let me take another look at that. Gaining reputation in Winders will increase your reputation in Juno, Kazam, and Mahara. Okay. So apparently I just don't have enough Winders fame, which is alarming to me. I should have enough for Rebel. Copium. This concerns me. Let's try to get Rebel done. We'll be able to get a few summons for sure, but I do have homework to do, it looks like. I did not heed Alina's wisdom properly and changed my sub job while I had the chance, so let me do that now. Yes, I have to put the drip back on. I can't walk around like this. I have a reputation to consider. What happened? Where's my warp? Hello? There it is. Probably can't do Mahara then too. Need more Windy Fame. Yeah, that's true. It's a lot of running around. We might not have time to do all anyway. I did not in any universe expect that we would be able to do all of them. Maybe, if people's patience permitting, 2. 2, maybe 3 if we're particularly efficient. I did do the Titan fight before, so if they're all relatively equal in terms of how difficult they are, I think that we'll be able to get through them relatively quickly. While ones we are able to get through. As Zataro, can I convert MP to HP if I have no MP to convert? Yes, I don't think that the game will let you kill yourself, if that's what you're asking. I don't think it'll ever let you be in a position where you off yourself by gathering a bunch of HP conversion stuff and then converting. If you want to kill yourself in town, your only option really is... Am I stupid? Don't answer that. Kazats? Yes. What am I doing? I have an Alteppa ring? Oh my god. Some would say it's insane and a new level of laziness to teleport Altep when I just OP'd out. But some people also don't have a teleport Altep ring. I mean, just look at this map. It's just so far. It's just like so. Oh, Alina can telling me. I forgot that she was a white mage, even though she's had an outsized impact on my gameplay experience almost entirely as a white mage. Alrighty, I will wait. No, I'm not gonna make you tele out to me. That's stupid. Let me go to you. I'll warp out. I'll meet you in Port Ueno. I think he meant moving non-existent mana to HP, which I think is no. It's only going to give you as much MP as you have available to convert. I don't know if that still doesn't... Oh, you already warped out. You're already a feed. All right, don't move. Don't warp back. Don't warp back. I'm coming to you. Do not come back. You're already warped back. All right, now don't move. Don't move. I'm coming to you. I am en route. Ooh woo. Oh whoa. Ara. Ara. Rah 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 rah. What's wrong with my streamer? I wish I could tell you. Okay, now warp back. All right, here you go. Here's your kill. here's your... We got to make this transaction legitimate, otherwise people are going to ask questions. Right now, trade me right now. Alina Chan, look me in the eyes and trade me. I've got a massive trade on right now and I need you to deal with it. Oh my god. The disrespect. Oh, the disrespect, man. Use real voice for 5 minutes. Let's see if it's working.
Testing. Oh yeah, it's working. I'm gonna remember this. Oh, rebel. Let's do it. Why do you think that the developers thought that it was okay to include the auction house and a whole ass other part of town? It's town could have been half as big as it is, but yet they decide to let it be that way. Somebody has let themselves sleep at night. They're like, let's put a baby's first maze in front of the auction house. Maybe if I knew more lore about the area, it would make sense to me. Like maybe the second half of the town was like under siege or whatever, and the walls are remnant from that time. They were getting attacked by Antica and Cactuar, although they're called Sabotenders here. Who knows, dude? I still don't fully understand the lore behind the Chains of Prometheus expansions. Probably because I didn't pay attention to 99% of the cutscenes except for the very last one. Sabotenders. I like some Sabotendies, please. Oh, they do call them Cactuars. It's a very pretty game. Even sometimes it still catches me off guard. Literally 20 plus years later. And even though the game is old enough to become intoxicated. It's like the little effects, like you got like the little pitter pattery feet. That kicks up like little pixels of dust. And the bare minimum light refraction off the back of your, like imagine this. Well, let me ask this: if you again, I don't know if you're still in chat or not. If you're not, that's fine. I hope that you're doing whatever seems best to you and fun, if you know circumstances allow. But can you check with the developer team real quick and ask them why RTX lighting isn't in the game yet? Rebel G9 G9 barely right here. Agudo. There's nobody here by this name. G9. There he is. I didn't slave over installing a 3070 Ti just that you couldn't have RTX lighting in Final Fantasy 11. Okay, I can get this. These crystals are found all over Vanadil. Guess what? We finally succeeded in awakening the crystals. We were bested, Weston. Stop. Stop. Yes, tuning fork of wind. Thank you. For me. Alright, I can't get Garuda. Shiva. Trial by Ice. Northern Sandoria. There we go. I think it's just doing a little funny on me. That's all. It's just doing
a little funny on me. It's so funny. It's so funny when my ISP causes some type of upload specific bitrate death that causes OBS to think that I've disconnected from my internet. I'm just glad that you people are so understanding of it, because it could easily be a situation where people are like, this guy can't keep his internet shit together, so why bother watching? You guys got my back, and I appreciate that. Where's equip set? Style lock me. Equip. Espadon. So which ones did we pick up just now? We picked up Leviathan and Garuda. Those are two really important ones. Trial by water. Trial by wind. We can just do these two. Or even one if people do be struggling or whatever. With time. They want us to go to Den of Rancor? Oh my god. Okay. I know that you're already in here, so I'm probably just double speaking. I'm speaking for chat. Do you have peeps that you know offhand want to get these trials done? I'm figuring we can do Shiva and Garuda. Or not Shiva, Leviathan. Leviathan and Garuda. I'm gonna take a swig of my G Fuel. Oh yeah, that's hype sauce. Oh yeah. Man, I mean, my voice gets so bassy when I drink some G Fuel, chat. Let's do some ASMR. How about this? This is now Stoic After Dark. You like that ASMR, you slut? Oh, it's kind of an evil laugh, huh? Leviathan Prime Fight. Do you need it? Any job? Fine. Prob best to be over 60 plus. Leviathan Prime Fight. Do you need it? Any job is fine. Probably best to be over 60. And I'll stay in town just in case, so I can shout for it if needed. And we'll give a chance for the request. How do I flag it? I don't know. Gotta have rank 4 fame with Norg and pick up the fork from Edal Tedal in Norg. H9. H9. And if anybody in chat needs the Leviathan Prime Fight done, please let me know. I can join. I will invite Black Bolt. Oh, man. I don't think that you need... Maybe you do. Maybe I'm speaking out of turn. I don't know if you need the key item in order to enter the fight at all. I do not know this information. All I know is the sound it makes when it takes a man's life. Alright, we have +1. And Omega may be joining if he has the fame. I'm not sure. We shall see. Let me yell for it. Yell Leviathan fight. Let me invite Omega first, just in case. If you want to run over there, well, let's see if he joins first, because I don't know if he's going to be interested in doing it. Okay, he is. You can run over to Norg, Omega, and see if you can flag it if you're not sure if you have the 4 fame. Yell Leviathan Prime Fight. Do you need it? Any job, fine. We should be able to crush it pretty reliably. no matter what. I don't think we'll run into any issues if we grab like a mishmash of different jobs. I don't think it matters worth a dick. But we shall see. We shall see, chat. So what you guys thinking about Final Fantasy 11? I'm thinking about Final Fantasy 11 stuff too. Yeah, I can solo, so it's fine. What? How? They're literal gods, I think. I don't know what the lore is, but I'm pretty sure they're like reincarnations of the elements or some shit. Some kind of weeb thing. Alina's too powerful. She needs to be stopped. After the Avatar fights are done, I mean, she needs to be stopped then. Well, nobody reached out to us, or reached out to me rather, so we can probably just get it done with what we have. So I'm gonna head over to El Shimo Uplands. Takes me a while. They eventually die. We should be able to speed up the process considerably with what we have. El Shimo Uplands, send me. Weebs are us. A truer thing has never been said on the internet. We won't need any sneak or invisible until we get into Den of Rancor. I don't know how deep the cloister is in that den or whatnot, but boy howdy am I gonna get deep in that den, deeper than anybody's ever gone before. Real deep. I'm gonna fucking excavate new rooms for the Tonberry to hang out in. Short run and den. Okay. Here I go. Did I change my sub job? I did. Okay. For a second, I wasn't sure if I had sub black mage anymore, like that one time in band camp when we were fighting like extremely late stage COP fights and I had subbed black mage without realizing it. Ultra convenient at the very end to warp back from, but yeah. You do not have to have an opinion or even share it, because I know that some of you are positioned as such, that your fun screen is probably not easily accessible to you, and you would have to summon up the requisite caloric content to move your hands over and mash the assembly of keys required in order to respond to me properly. But if all those conditions are met, what do you think of the new chat box at the top left? I think it's kind of neat. It doesn't convey as many messages as I would like. Like before, you would be able to sneak at least 6 or 7 people in there. Now you can sneak about 4, depending on how big their messages are. But I think it fits my style. I might have to... I mean, there's only so much I can do. Like I could sci-fi-y, make sci-fi-y, like the bits and stuff like that. All these things are supposed to be stand-ins anyway. Like the top bits and people's names and such like that could also be digitized, turned into like retro sci-fi tactical HUD elements. It's a bit harder to see whose message it is. Yeah, the person that I spoke to said that the usernames are just could not be changed because of like how they coded it to fit in relation to, I don't know. They gave some answer that was technical enough that I accepted at face value. They said it could be made bigger, which I don't fully believe. Like there was some kind of constraint that was stopping them from doing this. I need to go outside. I don't need to be over here. I think I need to go to Yoder Jungle at the far top right and exit that way. I don't need to go down here. And I already reset my Tomberry hate recently, so that's not an issue. Not that we're going to be fighting Tomberries if we can help it. Can't really say since I don't know what was there before, but the names are small. Yeah, the names being small does suck a little bit. If I were to make the chat box outlandishly big, I think that you could see it, but then again, you're sacrificing upwards of 10% screen space for the ability to see who's talking, but you know, who's talking could matter. Oh, I'll look at it in post. It's a relatively new addition. Did you hear me say legitimately? I'll look at it in post. Professional streamer, by the way. It does bother me though that the usernames are smaller than I would prefer, and that was an opinion that I had before I asked the public, quote unquote. It didn't cost me that much to get that set up. But I also, when I spoke to the person that created this, they were apparently getting snow naked. Okay, don't mind if I do. I'm just gonna squeak back here. Just a casual 800 damage, 555. When I spoke to them before, and I was like, hey, can you adjust some of these other elements? They were like, sorry, don't do any additional edits. So that doesn't really preclude me to want to work with them further. Oh. Macros. Swords, since I need to be on there anyway. Sounds like they knew how to stay in business. Yeah, that was my exact thought process. I definitely had, even though you have no frame of reference for what I'm saying, I did have a overlay that was much more busy than this, and it arguably conveyed too much information. What am I doing? I almost did exactly the same thing. Prison powder me, please. Let me know if Norg NPC doesn't seem to give you the fork, Omega. If it does not give Omega the fork, then we should be good. What am I doing in here? I don't need to be in here. I don't need to be over here. I need to be this way. We should be able to get it done with the people that we have. And I am a walking pharmacy, so I am willing to do functional Final Fantasy XI combat simulants. I'd be so cracked out of my mind in Final Fantasy XI that I'm functionally unkillable if it comes to that. I think we have to get past the door. I don't know if this is the way. Did they even go the right way? I think I had to go up the stairs. I don't think this is the right way. That nobody is in here. Trying to get to Levi. Yes. It took me a second. I was like, who the hell is Levi? Temple Ugalepi Den of Rancor. No, I think they were... Is that not the way? I could have sworn it was the way. You have paintbrush? I do. I do have it. Is this the way then? This is the way? Do you know the way? I don't feel like this is the way. I do not remember. Go to paintbrush room. I'm trying to remember where the paintbrush room is. This is wrong. I agree. I feel like I needed to go in the other entrance. Come to me, Stoic Man. Go back to main entrance. I did go the wrong way. That is not the way. Okay. I think it's burnt into my memory banks, to keep you guys fully immersed, to go that way, because I was hunting, I was grabbing treasure hunter stuff. I was grabbing the broken Nana's charm or whatever from that one NM. I think I remember the way though. I have to go out Yoder Jungle entrance 2. Or am I wrong? Am I still wrong? I think it's right. Number 2. Okay. Esteemed streamer Slinky just passed me. We brushed shoulders. Ooh, ooh. Don't mind me, guys. Just doing a quick number 2. This is good music for this, though. This run over. You're DCing. That's fine. I'll pick you back up. Don't worry about a G thing.
Ambushed by foul invention.
I'm coming.
Don't worry about a thing. I'm coming. I have pre-arrived. I am pre-coming over to you. Oh, man. Why do you guys hang out with me? Do you know which BCNM has a light scroll? I don't offhand know. Wiki is your best bet. I do not know which BCNM has in light. I bought mine for 1,000,000 gil. Was it worth it? Absolutely not. If it had the plus 10 MD attached to it, which I think honestly would have been fine if it did, then it would be worth 1,000,000. As it stands, and light is worth like 300,000, maybe 500,000. It is not worth 1,000,000. I paid for it. I am part of the problem. I do remember it being this way. It's coming back to me like a dream. So much money. It is a lot of money. Absolutely, objectively not worth it. My rationale for buying it, even though I felt like it wasn't worth 1,000,000 and I bought it for 1,000,000, was because of the idea that this isn't my real main, but is my effective main in terms of my enjoyment for it and how long it's going to take for my real main to come out, which is Blue Mage. My guess is that Treasures of Ottergon is going to come out in the next 6 months. That is my hope. That is my copium. That's going to be 6 months that I'm going to have to wait at most. There is no universe like it. I would even be willing to put money on it. There's no universe where, there they are, where it's going to be less than 4 months. or even 4 months. Wooden gate. Don't mind if I do. I'm coming. See all Omega. Let's grab him. Invite. Already got you, brother. Yep. Sent. Sent invite. But yeah, my rationale is that if I'm going to make this my effective main until Blue Mage comes out, which was a conversation I had 3 or 4 months ago, I would want to take advantage of everything that I possibly can. And then light is great. Like it's a fucking awful process to get divine magic up. It's not as bad as dark magic because at least you have flash to... At least you have flash. But it still sucks. But it's like it's free damage and it's free accuracy. I mean, not literally free because you still have to pay an MP stipend for it, but it matters. In a situation where it matters a moderate amount. I should have kept playing from launch. I'm level 1 from 50 on my Dark Knight, but I decided to just level Beast for no reason. You can't go wrong with leveling Beast, though, is the thing. Beastmaster is used in this game, or can be used on this server for almost anything. If you can throw enough Beastmasters at it, you can probably deal with it, regardless of what the strategy otherwise could have been. There's only a few situations that I can't think of off the top of my head where you can't solve it by just Beastmastering it. And if you happen to like Beastmaster, you can get away with it in parties too. No problem. Like, Beastmaster in parties are regularly going, regardless of what the level is. And I understand that there's some modicum amount of drop-off later, like extremely later on. But Beastmaster is going to comfortably sit in probably the top 2 damage dealers, regardless of what the situation is. I do wish that the other pets that Beastmasters have access to, other than sheep and what was the other common one? Tigers. I wish that the others were buffed up to the point, like buffed up to the same weight class, so to speak, as tigers and sheep. You see sheep or tigers way too often. Sometimes you will see a, what is it? Like a mandragora, even though they're pretty rare because the means to make them is not normal. You need high alchemy in order to make, I think it's like alchemist brew or some shit. Rabbits get used a lot. That's true. Rabbits do get used a lot because they are extremely low cooking. They're not hard to make at all, and they're the cheapest of the high quality jugs by far. So you'll see rabbits and tigers and stuff like that. For the really heavy hitting stuff, you'll see tigers and sheep most often. Sheep are durable and they do a lot of damage and they have a lot of useful abilities. I said no reason, but the real reason is I just didn't want to wait for parties to form. That's true. If you're not somebody that is naturally inclined to form your own parties, Horizon is a struggle boat. I will say, if it's comforting to you, you're not alone. I'm not saying I'm the only Final Fantasy 11 streamer that likes to form parties and regularly goes out of their way to do so. But I think that I'm in the vast minority. At least from a few, I'm not going to name names in case they care, but at least 4 or 5 other streamers that regularly, you know, stream Final Fantasy 11. I've heard the phrase, "I'm not forming a party, fuck that shit," we and almost interchangeably with, I guess we'll go do something else because I haven't found a party in like an hour to 2 hours. I can understand it. It's a lot. It's a lot to read and understand and reply to chat while you're trying to do whatever your job is in the game, while doing all the back end stuff that can be requisite of you in a stream environment. I get that. You do get used to it. From the main temple entrance, go to top left entrance number 2. Then go to the other entrance once back outside. I believe west. Then you'll see where we are. Oh, rabbits are good for Empress Hairpin. Yeah, like if you're trying to take advantage of monster correlation, for sure it helps. Monster correlation is also, interestingly enough, plays into Blue Mage. You get all of your spells from monsters, and the game takes into consideration if the monster family that your spell belongs from is being applied to a monster family, it is considered in the ecosystem strong or weak against. Like if you're trying to use a bug spell against a avian enemy, it's going to be resisted. Probably. It's not even taking into consideration the fact that these spells can fucking have their own elemental properties too. So you might get double resisted. Or if it's a freak circumstance where you're resisted in terms of monster correlation family, but your element is strong against whatever that family is, who knows, dude? Maybe you don't get any resisted at all. Who knows? But yeah, the game is definitely a lot easier-ish if you're willing to take up the leadership mantle. I respect when people do not want to do it, but sometimes you got to be the guy. And if it's any comfort at all, it makes you special because not everybody is willing to be the guy. Not everybody is willing to be the one that takes the last cookie out of the container. You have to be the brave one. You have to make that sacrifice. Know what I'm saying? People remember you if it was a good party? Absolutely, yes. Probably one of the best parties that I ever had in terms of my own performance was in Ula Grand Range. And I was fighting raptors. And I was firing off on all cylinders, man. I was covering people. They didn't even have to move. I even covered the mage for like the 30 seconds that he was in any kind of danger. And they, like, when they see me, they reach out to me and they're like, oh my God, it's the best tank ever. And that feels good. All right, Omega's here. I'm content to let Mr. Temple Guardian take on the sheep. I'm not going to provoke off the sheep. Where is my... Am I crazy? What the fuck was that? Oh, Paladin 50 cap. That's why I didn't have any of my tools. We don't need a war cry. I don't need to do anything. I don't need to do shit. I'm just gonna wait until it dies. Very good. Master sheeping. I don't think we need a sneaker invisible or anything like that in here. What is up these stairs? Does anybody know? Nothing? I'm kind of curious. I'll find out in my own time. Oh, that was the... Oh, the Ugalepi coffer key? That's not the key you need, right, Omega? You need the actual... NM is usually on those stairs. Okay. And I will want to grab that at some point. But not now. Not now I have an objective. Oh, nice. Okay. Alina's gonna paintbrush. And stare rigidly at that empty frame. As you can see here, in Ancient Vanadil, this priestess / angel is weaving the tapestry of fate using sacred G Fuel waters. Each one of those little crystals denotes a different flavor of G Fuel, and she is combining them into one hallowed version of the flavor in the middle there. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy how nature do that, man. That's crazy. I'll try to start parties, but every single time there's either too many healers and no tanks or vice versa. And then you'll occasionally get somebody that's like, why do we have 2 white mages? And you're like, did you make the party? Do you want to make the party? It's still gonna stick out in my mind that one time in band camp where the red mage that I reached out to was like, I said to them, are you comfortable healing by themselves? Or are you comfortable healing by yourself? The answer was no. So I grabbed another summoner that had a black mage friend with them, and the black mage friend was like, why do we have 2 healers? It's the duality of man. Oh. Are we all gonna stare at this? I don't know if it works if Oh hat real quick. I don't know what that requires. If it's on the way to getting this done. You guys really suck at this that I have to do it, Lamau. This person is too powerful. They're telling us to hold our beers to open the door. Is it gonna fuck things up if multiple people are doing it? I don't know. Are you sponsored by G Fuel tonight? No, I just keep talking about it because maybe if I talk about it enough, I basically summon them and they'll be willing to sponsor me. I'd be willing to do a G Fuel ad. They don't even have to pay me conventionally. They could just give me G Fuel in the mail. And I'll accept that because it fills a needed condition for me, which is having a source of caffeine because I don't have any natural motivation. I have to grab it all artificially. I mean, motivation to support the economy. I have no natural interest in my vocation, my profession. So I have to replace natural motivation with G Fuel to make the difference. If that ain't the most perfectly representative of, you know, of how life be sometimes, I don't know what is. You're gonna want sneak probably, Omega. I don't think Omega is sneaked up. Where's the cloister? I didn't even look. Cloister? Alright, we're gonna have to probably fight this thing. I would guess. Yeah, sneaking and biz is gonna be required through here. Where should we camp? Party remains silent. Yeah, you're gonna have to. There are some baked in unfortunate elements to party leading that you do get used to as time goes on. And you find different ways to diplomatically shut people down when they say stuff like that or don't say things in response to you. Oftentimes when they don't say anything at all is when they're content to just do whatever, which is comforting in a way. I would like to be struck by this person so I'm no longer bound, unless that's not how this is working. Bound at 15 seconds. The squeaky sounds, dude. was like, what the hell's wrong with my audio setup that I'm hearing that? It can be nice sometimes to have people that are basically like functional NPCs. Although said people are typically always the loudest when something appears out of place to them. I do not know where I'm going. I'm trusting Alina. They seem to know what they're doing as far as like where the actual cloister is. So spookums. I do not like Den of Rancor. I do not like Temple of Ugalepi. I appreciate that, you know, spoilers for a 20-year-old game. I appreciate the lore behind. Is this it? All right, do we have everyone? We do have everyone. Okay. Gotta make sure I'm watching for my babies. Oh, she's so good. Look, it's right here. I just like how all these endgame zones are just so spoopy, and you don't really feel that in a lot of other MMOs, modern or otherwise, except in maybe like EverQuest and probably a few others that I'm completely forgetting. The world is dangerous. It's not afraid to slap you around, which means that you feel a little bit of serotonin, some endorphins from navigating it properly and not dying. It makes you feel a little frisky. Try to embiggen user names in chat before I forget, because I do want to look into that. I don't think it would be the worst thing in the world to make the chat bigger than it is. Although I like how symmetrical it is right now. All right, we will rest up. Taking a look at my other equipment to make sure that everything looks like it should, and it does. My favorite areas by far are in Treasures of Ottergon zones. I love everything about treasures. Everything. Absolutely everything. Even the most oppressive, fucked up places, I find something to really enjoy. There is nothing spoopier than Arapago Reef, and not just because it's a haunted house of half-sunken ships and zombies and snake ladies. I might like it because it has snake ladies in it more than I'm probably letting on, but it's also because it's so oppressive. Just everything about it. It's got like Cthulhu monsters in it, squid people. Alrighty, everybody ready? The invisible fleas? Yeah, no, fuck those things. The buffalo stand-in that deploy the Shigo, which I think is what they're called. All right, I'm going in. Got my water.
The tuning fork of water begins to softly resonate. Activate gamer mode. Pump up the jams.
Oh, this is Chozo Legacy. This is a good one. This one might go a little too hard. We'll see. Yeah, it's already capping out the the sound bar. I might have to lower it a little bit. We'll see. We're pre-drop right now. I'll keep an eye on it.
Gamer mode activated.
Hi, Lissa. How are you doing? How's your day so far? Shout out Lissa Ashita. Let me do a quick turn. Skirt. Skirt. Shout out Felicity Ryan. Felicity and Lissa are extremely engaging with their chat. Their vibes are out of control and in an extremely positive way. They are always pleasant to interact with and are always playing something very fun. You should go follow them. They definitely deserve it in every way, shape, and form.
Time to die, water snake.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have in light that I paid 1 million gil for. All right, the audio is hitting yellow, so let me put it down by 1 and then reduce. There we go. We'll make it slightly louder, not 10% louder, but a little bit louder than it was. Going well. Just got home from a cookout. How are you? I feel like my voice is giving out a little bit, which makes sense because we streamed 3 out of the last 4 days. And although I'm getting more used to it, I'm not 1,000,000% used to it. But, you know, we'll keep upping the ante over time. Copium or not, I do intend to make this, or at least part of streaming, my full-time career. So I'm going to have to get used to a universe where I am streaming 6+ hours a day and speaking nigh constantly throughout.
Woo, we did it. We killed the we killed the thing that was minding its own business. Let's go.
Annihilated. This day belongs to the light. We fall so that we may learn to pick ourselves up once again. Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade. Destroyed.
Impressive, Child of Vanadil. I have to make sure they don't mash through this. Instantly segue from Chozo Legacy to Stardew. Don't mind if I do. I have to make sure I don't mash through this, because it's going to give me a choice. I think. Obtain key item, I have to go back. Sweets. Well, we can head over to the Garuda one now, and we can pick up the rewards after. Okay. Where is Garuda?
That Garudasi won't evade me forever.
Not a choice when you turn in the fork. Did I pick up something bad? Wait a minute. Did I mash? I did mash. Did I just do the fight and... Oh no, dude. Did I select the give me the key item option? I think I'm gonna need it for Fenrir. No, sorry. Wait, did I fuck up? You choose when you turn it in. Okay, thank fuck. I thought I made a huge mistake. I did get the Whisper of Tides. Do you have the avatar yet or not? I do not. I don't think I do. Return the Whisper to Edol for your reward. Okay. Okay, so I do have to go back to him and turn it in order to actually choose what I want to do with it. Once you defeat him, you will acquire the Whisper of Tides. Okay, so this is right. Yes, we have to go back to the Taru. I'm gonna head straight over to Garuda, and then I will turn in the item on my own time. I want to make sure that while I still have a voice, that we get the other one done, if everyone's okay with that. Okay, and if you don't mind, I'm going to hit the snooze button a couple of times, which is going to buy us back with each time I do this an extra 5 minutes without having to deal with ads. I'm going to BRB for like a minute and consume a caramel rice cake and a chocolate rice cake. If you guys want some rice cakes, I will send them through the mail. Okay. Turn off my avatar, and I will be back in a second. Oh. Okay, I'm back. Nobody panic. Trial by wind. Cape Terrigan. Okay.
Off to tape Kerrigan it is.
Did you even say that? Tape Kerrigan. That is not how that is said. Did it make a DC again? It appears so. Oh. Omega, I think you're ghosted. Might have to relog. Can anyone else see him in chat? Avatar me. There we go. Oh, hat runs. Sorry. Okay, never mind. You just abandoned me. It's okay. I forgive you. I'm not gonna say I forgive you. Gotcha. Okay. Volbo, I think it's called. So I haven't really had a huge positive opinion of Sandwich Bros brand like melts, but their chicken melts are pretty good. They do be being pretty good and all that. For frozen I don't know what you would even call these, because it's not professional streamer getting on stream, by the way. Because it's not an actual sandwich. It's the thing. I don't even know what it is. Whatever it is going to my mouth. Hell yeah, brother. How do I get up there? I have to go around. I have to respect the fact that things around here can actually aggro on me. And while I am certain that I can best them in one-to-one content, or fuck, one-to-one combat, this still sucks. At least I don't have to go through a whole ass other zone in order to get here. It's not the most fun run ever, but it certainly could be worse. That is for true. If there's pauses longer than 5 minutes or 5 seconds, 5 minutes, can you imagine? 5 seconds. I apologize. I am consuming organic material, which I do need to do sometimes in order to stay in tip top. Normally it's the flesh and the innocent, but for right now it's chicken melts. This stint of 10 to 15 minutes of consuming things on stream is brought to you by Sandwich Bros. Go get yourself one. This statement of go get yourself one is brought to you by whatever the company is that made the stoneware that I'm eating the sandwich melts on. I could see myself getting sponsored by I could see myself getting sponsored by like a stone plate company. I think that would fit my demographic pretty well. The kids, the Zoomers love stoneware, dude. In between flossing and like turning their baseball caps backwards, they fucking love that shit. They live for it.
They're like, hell yeah, just picked up another limited edition stoneware set.
And then they start orange justicing in front of their friends and family. And Grandma Lydia just has no fucking idea what's going on. Stonks, so true. I'm not going to concern myself with this. I'm getting banished. Okay, maybe I should be concerned. Skirt. I have Invincible. I'm not worried. How much damage could a greater Manticore actually do to me. I'm a level 75 paladin, and that horrific dragging sound that you hear in the background is the sound of my balls creating a huge rift in the landscape. Did they not aggro me? That was really strange. That one definitely saw me. Weird. Just the goblins, huh? Yo, I'm ready to have like another 50 of those chicken melts, man. That was pretty good. Let's turn the Spotify down to a reasonable volume. Not that it wasn't, just saying. Oh, equip my Espadon. Heal myself. I am dead. I am a fool. Manticore didn't see you, but if you walk behind goblins, they'll make sure to chase you down. That's true. Yeah. I don't know enough about the Final Fantasy XI lores to really tell one way or the other, but I just don't understand why. Like goblins would be in places like Ifrit's Cauldron. Like how they're able to stand that environment without their fabric like bursting into flames, I couldn't tell you. Like maybe they have fire retardant clothes, maybe, but still, why hang out there? Apparently my brain is trying to feed me lore reasons why they could be. I mean, they're basically adventurers, but for beastmen, that's true. That's why they're everywhere. This is why I come to you, Tahu, because when I look at the world around me and I just can't literally parse any of it, and I start coping and seething and shitting and malding, you're there to pick up the pieces and to feed me the requisite knowledge I need in order to succeed or at least make sense of my environment. Because when I get confused, I get angry, and when I get angry, I get violent, and when I get violent, I get sussy, and when I get sussy, I get tsundere. And when I get tsundere, I get yandere, and then dere. Where is Black Bolt? I think of them like roaches, extremely hardy, and they spread everywhere they can. Yeah, so do I, winky face. I spread everywhere I can. You know what I mean? Up top. Up top. All right. Maybe I will make the chat bigger. I don't know. I mean, the names being a little bit small is the only issue that I really have with it. I like everything else about it. See, black. I think this person was gonna 1v1 the crystal. Does it count them as being flagged in this quest though? Can they just join this? Thank you for poking me, Alina, because I was on a tirade, and if you had not physically interfaced with me, I don't know if I would have been able to pull myself out of it. I think Alina and I go back far enough that she understands the way that I can get. If he joins this self-stun locked, yes, 100%. If he joins this, is he going to be able to have it qualify? Is a mini trial fork and does it let you do the big fork stuff? I speak ADD, thank God. I mean, I guess we can try. He is doing the primes? What is he doing here? Maybe he was waiting on someone? I don't know. I'm going in. Going in. Well, he's level 29. The guy that we just picked up, he's 29. So I think that he was... I guess we'll find out. If it doesn't let him in, then we'll know. Oh my god. Garuda, my beloved. Oh my god.
Ah, Moshi, motherfucker.
Berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream.
That's what I look forward to, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go out here, I'm gonna do a show, and I'm gonna watch anime, yeah!
You're ugly, you're disgusting, I'm gonna kill you, give me $200.
I think for many you have to solo. I'm pretty sure he does. I think that the quest is technically different. I don't know if the guy knows that. I don't know if he knows that we can't join his mini tuning fork. Fight.
Excuse me, bitch? What? What the fuck?
I'm sure he would have said something. I don't think he's in here. Here, chat. You deserve this. There you go. Drink it up. Yeah, Mr. Japanese developer, circa 2000. How much of the budget should we put into cultivating Garuda's Fang? Yes. What do you mean, yes? I need a quantifiable amount. All. What do you mean by all? We can't literally dedicate such a massive portion of our animation and our animation and polygon budget on just them booty cheeks. Sure you can. A whole bakery? Yeah. Does anybody have any icing for all that cake? I don't know if you're gonna have enough. I wonder if Garuda has a license for this thing, because if she doesn't, she probably needs to be brought in because she's gonna hurt somebody. Why are you behind her if you were the tank? I don't know. Are you the tank here? Why are you... I know what I'm doing. I know what my job is. You let me worry about tank stuff. You let me do my job and you worry about your own job. He likes it back there, smiley face. Yay, we did it.
That's what I look forward to, right? K.O.
Oh, it's so good.
Annihilated. Impressive.
Impressive, child of Vanadil.
Don't leave me, bird mommy. We sleep in a time that is neither an instant nor an eternity. In this world a dream, or is this dream world an illusion? Okay. Well, he's fucking gone, so maybe he went into his own fight. I mean, he also left the party, so I think he figured it out. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. I'm gonna call it there. Okay, yeah, I'll tap on me. I'll pick up the Rebel one, that's fine. I might as well. We'll do that to cap everything off. Twitch. If you've enjoyed any part of the random word salad and activity combination that you experienced today and you have not followed the channel yet, please do. It's a free action that has a huge impact on how the algorithm sends people to the channel. And you can always decide if I suck to unfollow later. Just know that I have a particular set of skills. And I have no follow-up to what I just said, so be afraid. Let's send you over to... It's been a hot minute since when we've been able to send anybody over to Ayame. So let's send you over to Ayame Cat, okay? twitch.tv/raid Yame Cat. Thank you guys for coming out. I greatly appreciate it. Next stream, regular place, regular time. Same bat channel, or whatever the fuck the idiom is. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, or your regional equivalent, on Monday. Sorry, Monday. No, Wednesday. Wednesday. I know my own schedule. I will see you there. I'm gonna press the button now. Goodbye, bye, bye. Say hi to Yame for me, please. Bye, bye, bye. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. Goodbye. See you later. Bye. Get out of here. Get out of here.